Eureka.
We make plays every day, yeah. 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 We make plays every day, yeah.
Yes. Can you dig it, sucker? Yes. Welcome to the Real Fantasy Playmakers. I am your host, Bogard Scott. I am definitely Luigi the motherfucker. It's 420. Happy holidays to everybody that does partake. And for those of y'all that don't, you can still pull up and enjoy this goodness and do whatever else your vice is. Because, man, 420 is all about just getting high. It's basically a metaphor for life, man. Get high on life. If you alive, enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Life is worth living. And we are here, Real Fantasy Playmakers. We're going to tell you how high we are today on a lot of these players that we're just happy to be high on. You know what I'm saying? Makes sense. 420. Hey, you can't do nothing 420 related without the 420 crew king himself, the most notorious man in the fantasy football industry, our man, the fantasy football hustler.
Man, just feeling real cool today. Real cool.
Yeah, you looking real cool. I ain't gonna lie. Always digging the threads. Love the back. Love the new stew too, by the way.
Oh yeah, good looking.
Yeah, gotta always love the stew, man. You know what I mean? It's all about the UGL.
And Ron said, how many 420s we got left? We got a bunch because it is always 420 somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Hey, listen, man. Did we pass it? Anyways, check this out, man. Man, speaking of something you can't pass on, man. One of the illest ism spitters in the game, representing the Heart to Start Fantasy Podcast. It's our man, our fellow co-host of the Playmakers, Playmaker through and through, Guccini JD.
Hey, what it do, man? It's your boy Heart to Start JD, aka the Guccini, man. Glad to be back on this Wednesday night here in the Playmakers, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to the whole 420 fucking crew, man. We about to get higher than a motherfucker, man, breaking down these players, man. And I got to do one thing before y'all bring the next co-host on. Spencer. Come on, man. That's that Kevin Johnson, man. He's straight out of my motherfucking hood right there. It's beat, Spencer.
Well, check this out. Our resident Pelican fan representing the entire nation of Raging Cajun Gurus. It's our man, Spencer the Guru.
Woo! What's happening, fellas? I had to do it. Sorry, JD. I had to do it, man. Fellas, through and through. Rocking with him, man. Got the BI threads on. It's I didn't even expect it to be even right now, but hey, we got a series on our hands, so it's
you motherfucking right.
Hey man, I gotta know, man, because I don't be fucking with the basketball like that. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I need to know what's going on with Zion.
Yeah, it's he's still coming back from a foot injury, but he's doing a lot of work. He's running 5-on-5s, like scrimmage type stuff. So if we somehow knock out JD's Suns, might see Zion in round 2.
So they need to win without this man, is what you're saying.
Yeah, which they've been doing. I mean, they won both playing games without him. They got great chemistry with CJ, a.k.a. Urkel McCollum, V.I., Jonas, the big man, Jackson Hayes, the other big, got some twin towers, and the trio of rookies, Alvarado, Trey Murphy, and Herb Jones. So, yeah, we got a squad. I mean, we're young, but we got a squad, so it's going to be fun.
A squad.
Yeah, man. Well, you know what? We got one hell of a squad right here, man, and we just began high on life. I'm about to light up this good marijuana too in a second here, but you know what I'm saying. Today, like I said, we're gonna talk about some players we're really high on. You know what I'm saying, and we're gonna have some fun with it, man.
I got the green drink. So.
Yeah, and us. Man, let us know about all the sponsors that they need to be aware of, man, because you know motherfuckers is giving us money, bro. Let them know.
Oh, yeah. We got so many right now. We can start off with Super Draft Pro. Now we got fantasy baseball. We still got fantasy basketball. It's going all the way through the championships. I mean, shit, we even got some, we had some NASCAR mixed in there. We get some PGA golf, you know, every once in a while. But if you guys want to get in there, make some money, make sure you go get signed up. Go to sdhustler.com. Bogard's got his link in the description too. It's Super Draft Pro /Bogard. And yeah, that is one of them. You got to get in. You guys want to get into a dynasty league? We're starting a bunch of dynasty leagues. Got to get in on patreon.com /FFHustler420. We got another dynasty starting at the beginning of May. So you guys definitely want to get in on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, and your boy showed up.
Dynasty draft season about to be
Oh, yeah.
Scene.
It's my man, Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah, check this out. It's our man representing Project Dribble, representing the Warzone Sports Network. He's Tony. Forget about it, Tucker.
JD told me I had to show up sleeveless. Why aren't the rest of you guys? Why aren't the rest of you guys with the guns out right now?
Yeah, shoot, I should have. I got
put the guns away, man. Hold on, don't shoot.
My guy. What's up, Tony?
Yeah, man. Hey, welcome back, man. It's, you know what I'm saying? Man, it's awesome to have you back, bro. All I remember was the first time I brought you on. We went on a tangent about Filipino food and Manny Pacquiao and how great he was.
Hell yeah, we did.
Yeah, that's all I remember.
My life wouldn't be complete without the Philippines.
Hey, man, listen, man. Philippines give me money. You know what I mean? We'll just leave it at that. You know what I mean? And hey, listen, you don't fuck with the Filipino food like that, but you know what? If you hang with Bogard in the three-dimensional world one day, I'll show you which joints you need to fuck with, man.
Well, they always do that thing where they're like, boad. Here, try some boad. I'm like, I don't want dry fish heads. Like, I'm good. Eat that shit.
And you know, it's funny because they'll have the fish eye looking right back at you. And you know what they'll do? They'll pick the fish eye out and just.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
no, it's not. See,
I like it. It's
I'm
salty.
with you on a lot of the
good.
food, though. When it comes to the shit like that, like some of the fish joints, like there's only, especially with fish joints, I'm very selective. Which one, like I fuck with like the bungos, like the milk fish and like stuff like that. But like certain other shit. There's even the ones, you know, you see the skinny ones, they fry it and it's like crispy like bacon. Tastes like bacon even. Yeah, I'll fuck with those. The Jeff Rocks, that's what they call them.
If it's salty. If it's salty, it's fine.
You eat with rice and it's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just, yeah. But you know what? I digress. Welcome to the Real Fantasy Playmakers, everybody. Once again, let's get right to it. How high are you? What position do you guys want to start at? Pause. That sounded kind of weird.
Am I on time? Is this the first position?
Yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna go position by position, and we're just gonna talk about some players that we're really high on. You know, we'll narrow it down to one each. And if someone happens to mention the one you have, just have another one in the holster. You know what I mean? And,
I'm zero preparation, so I'm going slinging straight from the hip right here. Just
welcome to the Fantasy Playmakers. You know what I mean? That's how. But listen,
for everybody who doesn't know, that's how every show works.
Yeah, listen, it's like a prerequisite to be able to shoot from the hip to come on this show. Like we just is some spitting motherfuckers, bro.
Then call me Brett Favre. I'm gonna gunsling it all show.
Yes.
Right, bro. Fucking right.
And shout out to Zach in the 7th.
What position we going with?
Yeah, shout out to Zach. Okay, so should we how about that? Should we just go to quarterbacks?
Yeah,
let's run with it.
Okay. All right. I am really high on Davis Mills.
How high
are you?
How are you?
Let's do that again. Hold on.
Yeah, we gotta have some more practice.
Let's do that again. Let's do that again. I am so high on Davis Mills.
How
are you?
I'm so fucking high on this motherfucker, and I probably shouldn't be. But like, and this, I'm gonna specify this. This is for super flex purposes. Where, you know, single QB. I mean, come on. There's only what are you in a 12 teams, you know, single QB redraft. You know, you're not gonna be worrying about, you know, QB 13 and up, really, if you think about it in that sense, right? But this is a super flex thing, and like this kid can sling it, bro. Like if he was in this year's draft class, he'd be the number 1 QB, hands down. And it says a lot about how shitty the QB class is this year. But Davis Mills is slinging it. A lot of big performances last year. Smacked out the fucking Chargers. Remember that? Like almost smacked out the motherfucking my Niners. Almost smacked out Seattle.
The Patriots.
The Patriots.
They were in in Santa Clara in that game.
I'm saying though, like Davis Mills is a guy that is gonna come at a value. And like, hey, say they fuck around and get a Breece Hall or something like that, or maybe they draft a Jake London. Like, this is a team that actually believes in this kid for superflex purposes. I love him specifically as my third QB, bro. Like, it's just you're winning if you have him as a third. I'm really high on Davis Mills. What say y'all?
I ain't mad at that, bro. You know, and to me, you know, I seen, you know, once the Debo news broke. And some of the tweets were going out that the Texans are a little bit more aggressive than what the fucking the Jets is. So if you're able to add a Debo to go with Nico and to go with Brevin and
Cooks
and Cooks,
right?
You know,
El Concusto.
It just depends on what pick you giving up to get Debo, but yet you still got a lot of ammo from the Watson trade to still continue to build upon what you got. So you adding Debo to what you got already and still able to add young pieces to that. They're showing that they're putting some of the chips, whether it be this year and next year, into Davis Mills. You know what I mean? So they're giving him a hell of a shot right now, bro, for at least the next 2 years.
Yeah, because even if they don't get Debo, I mean, shoot, with that 13th pick, I could see them taking a Drake London or a Treylon Burks, you know, a bigger receiver to complement Brandon Cooks, you know. So they're going to
Arkansas
get
kid,
help.
Burks. I like him a lot too.
Yep.
Yeah, they're going to get help. They're going to get help for Davis, I feel, and they're definitely going to give him the shot this year. And shoot, he did a lot with a little last year, so if he can continue to build upon that as a QB3, yeah, give him to him.
And look, shout out to our man Peacock. Couldn't make it tonight.
Oh yeah, he's the biggest Davis Mills truther I know.
But he's also our resident. He's also our resident Texas guy. But he just knows
he got the inside tracks.
And you know he is also someone I'm embarking on. We're doing the merch, the nickname Hall of Fame line, and. Man, Davis Mills is not Davis Mills. He is the Judge Davis Mills Lanes. Let's get it on.
Hit the motherfucking gavel.
The dopest.
Let's get it on.
Oh,
let me jump in real quick on Davis Mills.
Go ahead.
If he didn't have the knee injury, he would have went a lot higher in the 3rd round last year. So, like, I do believe they believe in him. I don't think they use a 1st-round pick on a receiver, but maybe in the 2nd round they grab George Pickens out of Georgia.
They got multiple this year.
Yeah, but I think they go Icky at 3, right? If they don't get Debo, and then at 13, maybe you're looking more at somebody for Lovie Smith. Maybe you're looking at some defensive player at that spot.
I could see him going to defense. I could see him like it could go edge and Trent McDuffie potentially edge and corner. But yeah, they could go line as well. They have needs everywhere, so they could go in a lot of different directions.
But Davis Mills, you could make an argument he was the best rookie QB. Like, he had the highest highs last year. Like, he torched some teams, and he wasn't leaning on a run game.
Ball accuracy. He was up there in a lot of categories for qualifying QBs last year. You know what I mean? Because you got to qualify with a certain amount of pass attempts, whatnot. He was up there in a lot of the completion rating, fucking deep ball accuracy. Like, it was like, you know, it was a stark contrast when you look at the other rookies. So I like the outlook from him. And he has something important going for him, continuity in his coaching staff. You know what I mean? For someone like a Trevor Lawrence, he's already in year 2, has to learn a new system. You know, for someone like Justin Fields, in year 2, he already has to learn a new coaching system. So I like continuity is important to me. And like, you know, that was their first round pick, if you think about it, because that was their first pick they had last year, which was in the 3rd round, and they spent it on Mills. So shout out to the judge.
Yeah, they gave everything to Miami.
The best thing about Mills is where you get him. I mean, you're getting him as a QB3. So he's going, I mean, shit, after QB 25, you know, so I mean, you're getting him as a 3rd QB, maybe even the 4th QB in some leagues. And if you're, you know, living dangerously with the QBs, maybe you drop and you use like him as like your QB2. You already know that he's going to start. So it just depends on how much you're trying to push off, you know, the QBs.
Yeah. Like, I think like after the Derek Carrs and the Kirk Cousins of the world, Davis Mills is the guy that's going to be in that conversation now. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's when you start looking at that man. All right, let's go with our man Tony Tuck, because it's your first time here, bro. I mean, or at least on this variation of the show, right? So tell us a QB you're high on, and that's how we've been phrasing it. You are so high on who?
All right, here we go. All I got to do is say I am high on Kirk Cousins.
How high
are you?
I'm high like that Sunday morning sermon that just gets you to throw your hands in the air. You just fall back and feel it for my man, Kirk Cousins.
I'm faded. I already faded.
Exactly. Falling back. Kirk Cousins is in a really great position, I think, to have a nice offensive coach at this point in his career. Justin Jefferson really figuring it out. Who was the other kid that started to come on last year?
KJ Ozzy
Osborne, yep.
Exactly, right there. Ozzy putting players in reality TV and now the NFL. I love it. This guy's been getting around on his world tour. And so I like that. Maybe the tight end is another strength for them this year, but I really think Kevin O'Connell can open things up for him and is going to say like, hey, we got you on a 1-year deal or extension or whatever to see if you're going to be around. Like, let's really push this offense, see what it could be. And there's not going to be the restraints of Zimmer saying, okay, we got a 15-point lead. Let's just run the ball 3 times and punt, like the Vikings have been doing the past couple of years, and it hasn't been working. So I'm excited for Kirk Cousins. I think he could be one of those guys that is maybe drafted every year around 10, 12 area there. And maybe he
later
finishes
than that a lot of times.
Yeah, a lot of times he's like in the
top
teens.
3. So like, because
top 3.
I'm just saying like
you are very high on him, Tony.
I'm very high on Kirk Cousins.
Yes, I'll give you
if he has a year, like I don't expect the Vikings defense to be that, like it's not going to be dominant, right? They're going to need to compete, be in games, and you have a coach that is about offense. So
JD, tell him how dope Cousins has been with the Vikings as a passer.
Hey, that motherfucker has finished as the QB 12, I think, as the last 3 years, 2 years for sure.
Yeah. See, I knew JD would know that because he's been screaming his Kirk Cousins shit for years, right? Okay, go ahead, continue.
100%,
right?
100%, bro. You know, and that's super value. And for him to get, and Justin Jefferson, for him not to have the type of production he had in his rookie season. So he had technically the sophomore slump, which we all expect for him to break out because
we were spoiled his first year though too, right? He was so great the first year that the second year seemed like it was
a sophomore slump, definitely. Yeah. But the ADP doesn't show that right now because he's being taken as the 3rd wide receiver off the board right now behind Cooper Kupp and the boy in Cincinnati, which was his college teammate. Yeah. So motherfuckers is not scared of him. You still got an OG in Adam Thielen who's commanding 100+ targets and giving you 8 TDs a season. In the year before that, in 2020, he had like 12, 13 TDs. So he not looking like he dropping off. And shout out to my guy Tony. He talking about the tight end in Minnesota having a little bit more value. That's Irv Smith. And I was going to say he was going to be my tight end that I'm high on today. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Just based on he coming off I think it was an ACL. He didn't play the whole last year. But in 2020, in a limited sample size, he had 6 TDs, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I
on the
was really
offense
high
that
on him
fed.
last offseason.
Huh?
I said I was really high on him last offseason prior to
How high
the
were
100%,
you?
bro.
Very high. He was my top tight end target. I had him in so many
100%.
mocks. I was so mad when he got
So
hurt.
Okay,
I'm
Tony.
definitely not mad at the Kirk Cousins.
Check this out, Tony. Who was the number one receiver last year?
The number one receiver last year was Cooper Kupp, right?
Boom. Kevin O'Connell's there. Give me Justin Jefferson for the
100%.
win.
100%. And give me
I like
Dalvin
this.
Cook. But Dalvin Cook, who I ain't speaking about tonight, though. But yeah, though. Give me Cook. 100%, bro.
You're actually going to get Cook out of value this year, considering that he's normally a top 5 guy off
Easily.
the board. You know what I'm saying?
He
We're getting
might
him in the
slide
back
to
end
the
of the
back
first
half,
round
the
now.
back half of the first round.
Yeah. So, pick your poison, right? Like, do you want to go with the, undervalued at the position or you just curve it because of history? I like taking the chances when there's a new regime in the building because players and Huss actually brought this up earlier on today's fantasy news today that when the team buys in, when players buy in, that's a lot of makes the bigger difference than anything. You know what I mean? And they probably weren't as bought in to Mike Zimmer's crazy shit because Mike Zimmer was just, he was on the decline of his career for the past 4 years.
Three of the players interviewed for the veteran camp that they had, they were all talking about the energy being different, right? You bring in this younger guy who is all about the flash and fun, and that is what you want on offense.
Zach Taylor. Look what Zach Taylor brought to fucking Cincinnati once he got his fucking quarterback.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I fuck with Zach Taylor too. And these are all Sean McVay.
Yeah, Sean McVay coaching tree. Yeah.
Man, fuck Sean McVay, by the way, man.
Fuck him.
Okay. Hey, Huss, who do you got? Who are you high
on? So, man, it's tough because a lot of these B-listers, I don't really
it doesn't have to be a
about.
B-lister. It doesn't necessarily, you know what I mean?
All right, well, all right. And seeing this just seems a little chalky, but I am extra high on Patrick Mahomes.
How high
are you?
I am high as giraffe's pussy on Patrick Mahomes, and it's because this is the lowest you're ever going to be able to get him in drafts.
That is true.
Since not his rookie year, but the year when it was his first year starting. Everybody is hating on him right now. For redraft, you might be able to get him as the QB 5 or 6. He's being drafted as the QB 1 unanimously the last couple years. Even if it's Juju and Travis Kelce, I don't care. He's going to do it. Their defense, it's pretty suspect still. That's the thing that you need for a lot of yards and a QB to keep throwing is a suspect D. And in that AFC West, they got the most suspect defense out of the entire division.
And okay, when you remove a Tyreek Hill, people just this is why I love casual fans because they drive the ADP because there's more casual fans than degenerates like us, right? So they'll drive the ADP down on him just because you're like, oh, he got rid of Tyreek Hill, he sucks. They'll say this shit.
Yeah, those low hanging fruit takes. Yeah, and it's funny because it's like the mob mentality thing. So once they get a big mob of them doing that, it can really switch up the price. And so I'm personally not super high on Mahomes. I feel like Tyreek Hill will hurt him somewhat, but hell, if his price drops that much,
what did you think they draft somebody?
Give him to.
I think they would draft somebody.
Well, yeah, and then they're probably going to draft somebody which could help it bounce back. If they would draft like a Christian Watson or a Jahan Dotson type receiver.
I heard something this morning about
Jameson
Williams.
Yeah, Jameson
Williams.
That I heard this morning.
He draws the Tyreek Hill comparison. So there's that.
They'll have to trade up for him though. He's going to be gone before
they got.
But see, they got the ammo.
They have it for sure.
They got 2 first.
Tyreek Hill.
And if I'm Andy Reid, I would look in the mirror and be like, "You eat hella cheeseburgers, bro. You might die soon. We gotta get it now. We're moving.
Double cheeseburger, bro.
We are moving up to get Jameson. Wasn't it Williams?
Well, he's coming off an ACL though. He won't even be ready.
Yeah, that's true. You probably get him late.
But I don't think he's gonna fall that late. They wouldn't have to trade up that much.
22.
You only gotta give up. So if he falls in the middle of the first round, and you got 2 first-round picks, you probably only got to give up that one of them first rounds in the third.
Yeah, pack parlay those 2 for the spot to get the receiver.
There
I could see that.
There it is. And see, you know what's funny too is like when you said I'm gonna go kind of chalky, I thought you were gonna say Lamar Jackson, Huss, because people are shitting on him right now, and he just had an injury last season. That was it. You know what I mean? And he's fantasy gold. Everyone loves a Russian QB. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, because that's one of those motherfuckers too. Is like, it's so funny how people just stop being high on motherfuckers. Like,
it's quick. Good. It's quick how the tides can turn, man.
The dope is still good.
Right? Well, yeah, that's what the value hunters, degenerates like us swoop in and get it.
Yes.
They all stay following our content because we got
the good dope, man.
Yes, we got the good dope.
Okay, Guccini. What QB are you getting high on, man?
Hey, I'm so high on fucking a DC comic character. I was Marvel growing up. Give me Derek Carr. Give me Derek Carr.
How are you?
Hold on, run that back here.
PC,
yeah, that's right. I messed up. I was so mad that he stole it from me.
Fucking A, bro. As of right now, he's the 128th drafted player on Underdog ADP right now. Last year, he threw for a career high of fucking almost 5,000 yards, 4,800 yards. There. You know what I mean? And if you give me the Derek Carr of the 2016 season, where he produced 2 fantasy relevant wide receivers in Michael Crabtree and Amari Cooper, on top of
that was with Bill Hargrave too. Bill Hargrave was more of a Hargrave,
and then you had a young ass Latavius Murray who hit for 780 yards on the ground and 12 TDs. So if you interchange those pieces with a Devonte Adams, Hunter Renfrow, and Darren Waller,
the big baller,
and then a Josh Jacobs, who I've been speaking highly of.
Yeah, you've been high on Joshua for a long time too.
Hey,
Jacobs.
It's a win-win right now, bro. The 128th quarterback, and just like how Tony was talking about Kirk Cousins, bro. It's value to where they're going to outproduce their ADP. And if you go from quarterback number 1 to quarterback 15, and you look at where they finish as a total points overall with the season, it's not going to be a huge differentiary. I can't say it right now, but it's not going to be a lot of point difference in between as you start going down. So if I get Derek Carr in the 10th, 11th round, it might go up a little higher, but Russell Wilson is in the 8th round right now as we speak, which he gonna take.
We still haven't seen it yet, though. Too. That's the thing. We still haven't seen it yet. That's where I worry about Russell Wilson. You 100%. Haven't seen him yet, and can anybody off the top of their head tell me right now what's Russell Wilson's highest career pass attempts?
They got to be like 500.
It's like 558, something like that. It's not a lot, dude.
I was just on 7 Show, and I was breaking down the shit, bro. And last year, it was his career low. He only threw for 400 passes.
You know what I'm saying? And he missed time. So he was probably on pace to have a career high in passing even because the team was so bad, right? That defense was so bad. But he got hurt. So we'll never know. This team might be a better team. I would rather have a Derek Carr, to be honest. Because I think as a complete all-around team, I think the Broncos could be an all-around better team than the Raiders. I'm talking about defense, side of the ball, and offense. So the necessity, and even special teams too, but the necessity to be throwing up, throwing up these pass attempts might not be there as much as a Derek Carr because they do. I mean, Rocky Sin is great, but that's still going to be a problemo, bro.
I mean, I think that whole division is going to be a bunch of shootouts. I mean, I know.
I like that too. I like your version too.
And here's one thing you got to remember. I mean, at least about Russell Wilson. I mean, with this whole project that I'm working on, I'm breaking down the top 10 of every fantasy position. And Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers, they're the highest in the last 10 years. They both finished 8 times in the top 10. So, I mean, Russell Wilson's as consistent as
and Russell Wilson probably only has
efficiency.
As a pro, he only has about 10 years in.
He only does, yeah. He was.
And so for him to finish in the top 10 in what,
8 times out of 10.
8 times out of 10.
Hey, look at this though. He's
Come on
because
now,
he's a
bruh.
Sagittarius motherfucking Terriers, man. Both of them, him and Aaron Rodgers.
I would say this about Russ.
Let me get back on DC though, bro. Let me get back on DC though, bro. In that motherfucking 2016 season, which he was an MVP candidate, he got his fucking back cracked in week 14, week 15.
The tibia.
But the motherfucker was throwing. He had 28 TDs and 6 picks, and he was throwing to Michael Crabtree and Amari Cooper in his fucking second year, bro. Now you got a Devonte Adams, a Waller, and a Hunter Renfrow, bro. Last year he threw for his career high, but he was throwing to Zay Jones and Hunter Renfrow. I can't even think. Other
Brian
Edwards.
Yeah.
2016, right? That's the year we're talking about for Carr.
Season.
Yeah.
28 TDs and 5 picks or 6 picks, which was his best TD to NIT ratio. But yet last year he almost threw for 5 thou out to a whole bunch of people that we wasn't drafted on our redrafts.
But here's another thing too. Think about here's one thing. If I was to argue this at all, because I'm on board with you with Carr, I just don't think he's going to be like we need him to be like a 35 passing TD motherfucker, like 35 of them motherfuckers, because like he's always going to hover around like 22 and 25 of the old days.
Yeah, but doing 23 and 11. That shit's that's mediocre QB too.
Yeah, but the yards are always there.
Yeah,
that's why I also love Kirk Cousins, because the yards are always there. He has 4th thou as a floor passing, and it's only been the last 2 seasons that consistently we've seen Cousins go over 30 passing TDs on average. He went from 36 to, I think, last year, like 33. That's the first time in his career he's done these things. And now you can say it's consistent because it's twice in a row. Here's the thing, though. Now you get Adams with Derek Carr. That's why I'm on board with your
that's why I was gonna. That's the difference. That's the difference.
Jefferson, just like Cousins got Jefferson.
Too much about D-Hop.
He's like Devonte Adams. I'm sure we could look this up, but I'm pretty sure over the past 5 years, Devonte Adams has more receiving touchdowns than anybody.
Than anybody in the fucking league, bro.
Yeah, and I know he's with Rodgers, but I mean, hell, he's an all-time great receiver.
The
like Derek Carr
had like 19 or
and White Jesus loves Derek Carr,
bro.
Yeah, Devontae. I mean, that's gonna make a world.
Go ahead, Tony.
The Derek Carr situation is interesting because if the McDaniels offense is brought in there, right? He's going to be taking what the defense gives him and setting him up for the home run, like what Brady was doing for so long, because you have Renfrow in the Edelman role and you have Waller in the Gronk role, and Brady never played with a receiver outside that could work like Devonte Adams. Randy Moss. But Randy Moss does not work like Devonte Adams. Like they're different. They're both great. But they don't do that kind of
they're different, but they're both all-time great receivers. Like they're alpha.
Sure.
He's a top 3 of all time.
All right, here we go.
How they get it done is not the same.
For sure.
No, right, but I agree. But it'll still lead
I would say
statistical production.
But if you're Devonte Adams and you're close to 100 TDs in the last 5 years, and you're the only receiver that you had in Green Bay, now you put me against next to a Darren Waller and a Hunter Renfrow who had 10 TDs last year. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's
let me put it like this. This will be a better comparison. Let's go back to, I think it was like 2009 when he got Moss, and it was Welker, Gronk, and Moss, and he threw for 50 TDs. That's the kind of offense you're hoping that McDaniels could like.
But I don't know if it was it McDaniels then? I think McDaniels was. Oh yeah, he was there.
Maybe he was with the Broncos, but it's still
he wasn't with the Broncos yet. He wasn't with the Broncos yet, so he was in the building. You know what I'm saying? I think it might have even been Bill O'Brien and him at the time. Either way, I agree with you, because like I said, if I wanted to combat this take at all with Derek Carr being like the motherfucker we should all be high on, is I would say that you got to look at like Damian Harrison and Ramondre Stevenson. They just had a shitload of rushing TDs and hey, what do you know? So did Joshua Jacobs last year in that bland system. When you look at Tom Brady and Josh McDaniels, they were always top 5 in rush attempts within the 5. So that's not going to go away because they do have, you know what I'm saying, Josh Jacobs, who's a big bruiser. You know what I mean? So I could see. Go ahead.
And how about this song saying Carr's better than Dak? I feel like Dak is going to be one of those guys who's going to fall off a little bit this year because of their defense.
I think Dak is back.
Defense is killing it. He's not going to need to sling it as
Dak
much.
is all the way back.
I mean, Carr was drafted in the second. Dak was drafted in the fourth. You know, I mean, Dak is kind of, you know.
Carr is way better.
I hate them both. How about that? Fuck the Cowboys and the
right. I like that version.
I'm here for that.
I like that version.
But you know what, though? Listen, it's hard to argue.
Dak,
it's hard to argue Derek Carr, though, being better than Dak. It's hard to argue that because the numbers don't lie, man. For a lot of people just want to look at the numbers. I mean, Dak hadn't really done it that long. Carr's been mad consistent, to be honest, like since 2018.
But you got to remember when Dak took the starting job from Tony Romo, the offensive line was the best offensive line in the whole
ever
football league, and it got Ezekiel Elliott paid. You know what I mean? So Dak ain't had to do a whole lot his first couple years. Now when Dak got his check, everything is based on what Dak can do. Dak ain't been able to do what he's supposed to do with the bag that got put behind him.
And their line is whack right now. It's not
and the line is whack.
It is not the same line. And here we go. Josh said, which is more likely to outproduce their draft position, D-Hop or Julio?
Is Julio even on a team yet?
Julio's a free agent. He's probably like undrafted right now in a lot of drafts. I wouldn't touch Julio. So I mean,
if Julio ends up in Indianapolis as like the third wide receiver or something like that, maybe that's a decent position for him there. Or if he ends up with a third wide receiver with like Aaron Rodgers, or like, let's just say he chases a championship somewhere and he's like, hey, I just want to go play for a winner. I would probably like Julio better because you're going to get him in the,
you get him dirt cheap.
So my only rebuttal for Julio is when is the last time that motherfucker has played a full season?
Right. That's why
we got a hobbled one-leg Julio for the last 4-5 fantasy seasons.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean? So for him to stay healthy and play 16 games and put up, 200 plus fantasy points compared to D-Hop, who D-Hop last year was probably his really only year to where we seen him play less than 8 games, 10 games. You know what I mean? Hop has been doing it consistently ever since he's been on the field with what do you call it?
He's had a lot of quarterbacks to work with. Yeah, and he's still produced.
D-Hop been quarterback proof his whole career.
Yeah,
but who are you draft? Like, what I'm saying is, when you get Julio, you're looking at like Zacchaeus from Atlanta. Like,
it's trap heap at that point.
Yeah, with D-Hop, when you're up there, it's like, okay, are you taking D-Hop or are you taking Stephon Diggs? Like, you're in that range. And what I'm saying is I would rather go with Diggs.
If D-Hop's going that high, which I don't think he will, but if D-Hop's going that high, then give me Julio. I'm not taking D-Hop in that range anymore. I think D-Hop's on the decline. D-Hop's going in the third or fourth, I'll take him. But if he's still going in the second,
what are we getting high on right now?
No, we just had a question in the comments about who you taking, Hop or you taking Julio. But if I'm taking Hop at the back of the second round,
Julio right now?
No. It was who's more likely to outproduce their draft position out of those two guys.
Oh, it would be D-Hop because D-Hop's probably like his 80 recency bias and the masses, they all hate him right now. So my man Nuke Skywalker is gonna go in like early third, mid third for real. In a single,
where he's being drafted at right now.
Yeah, in a single.
He's the 30th overall player right now in underdog fantasy.
There it is, right there. Back of the second,
bro.
He's on a 2-3 turnaround basically.
Jimmy Hopkins right now, bro.
Yeah, he's bouncing back than the motherfucker. Julio, listen, let's just stop with Julio. You know what I mean? we better hope he ends up with like the culture somewhere. It's like, okay, then we can find something to attach ourselves to, like a correlation, like, oh, he's back with Matt Ryan. Like, you know what I mean? You can already hear Bogard saying that, right? Like, hey, listen, man, he's back with Matt Ryan.
We've done this with so many players in the past. Like Reggie Wayne went to the Patriots for like a cup of coffee in the preseason one year, and everybody was like, Reggie Wayne will be with Tom Brady. It's like at some point, guys are just done at the position.
Yeah, I feel like it's just, I mean, it's probably not really great to compare those two because they're just in two completely different spectrums. I mean, D-Hop's still very much fantasy relevant. Julio's to the point he's teetering on the edge of being completely.
We all have fond memories of Julio.
Yeah.
Right, but that's it. They're just memories. Like
he's
the
yards,
present is he's just
it's
the late flyer.
But I was just talking about Julio going to Green Bay. I think he's the perfect fit for Green Bay.
We talked about him on the Leftovers episode. Yeah,
that's what it was. My bad.
Yeah,
bro. It was on Leftovers.
Right. Yeah, you had said Green Bay. I said the Colts, but yeah, he's gonna end up somewhere.
Too much beer, bro.
Oh, good.
Hey, I love Leftovers.
Green, right?
Okay, what position?
I need to go for my quarterback. I need to go.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Spencer.
Yeah,
let us know.
Since JD stole my boy DC,
who are you high on?
I'll tell you what, I am high, really high on Trevor Lawrence.
How high
are you?
And here's why I'm high on Mr. Trevor Lawrence. This new system, and I've said it before on this show, but I'm feeling that this new system is going to really turn Trevor Lawrence around. He got stuck working with fucking Urban Meyer, better known as Pervin Liar.
Pervin Liar.
Yes,
Pervin Liar,
yes. The laughing stock of the league. Check this out. Travis Etienne, who's going to be back too, by the way, Lawrence's Clemson brother. He'll be back in the fold at running back / slot receiver. He said, in quote, his first that quote is, he's like, man, I'm actually kind of glad I missed last year. I didn't have to put up with that shit show Urban Meyer. I basically, paraphrasing. But anyway, yeah, that just goes to show how much of a train wreck that Perv was. I mean, it was just such a disaster. Didn't even know who Aaron Donald was. I mean, just completely
I believed him when he said that too.
Yeah, just completely lost, man. So at least with Doug Peterson, is Doug Peterson the God's gift to coaches? No, but he's at least a competent head coach, somebody that'll be able to.
He won a Super Bowl with Nick Foles.
Exactly. Yeah, he gets too much hate, like because the Carson Wentz thing blew up in his face, and everyone wanted to act like he was a bozo.
I was just arguing with Ron. Shout out to Ron. First of all, Ron, I love you out there. If you're watching this, Ron, I always give you shit on purpose, so don't take it personal, Ron.
Shout out to Ron.
Yeah, Mom. Shout out to Mom.
Guy, yeah.
Shout out to Mom.
Big Eagles guy,
but he was shitting on Carson Wentz. I was like, Carson Wentz was the shit that year, like.
Right.
No
Doug Peterson's the only coach that's ever been able to get anything out of Carson Wentz. I mean, Frank Reich with the Colts couldn't even get him to act right. So, I mean, with Trevor, I know some people get on Trevor for being a little too cool, too passive or whatever, but I think that chip on his shoulder that he claims he didn't have going into last year, I think that chip is built now. He had a bad rookie year. Trevor Lawrence had never really faced adversity. He was the alpha dog in high school, the alpha dog in college. Yeah, like the chosen one, the anointed one. The prodigy. Yeah, just had everything fell in his lap. Where last year it all blew up in his face. Kind of like with Peyton Manning's rookie year. Like Peyton Manning his whole life had been, son of Archie, all that. It had everything perfect. And in his rookie year, it blew up. And then year 2, a complete 180, complete turnaround. And I see a lot of that for Trevor this year because he's got way more weapons now. He's going to have Christian Kirk. I know they overpaid for him, but Christian Kirk is a nice upgrade there. Upgrade over DJ Chark, who missed almost all last year. Travis Etienne is back. Yeah, Travis Etienne's back, and that's the biggest thing. And also Evan Ingram. An upgraded tight end, and we know how much Doug Peterson loves the tight ends. So with all that factored in, new system, new weapons, Trevor – to the moon, baby. He's gonna be.
Tony doesn't like the Evan Ingram thing.
No, I do. I was laughing at Seven's comment. That's funny.
It's funnier than a mother.
That's a good joke.
Yeah, that is a great point by Seven.
Yeah, Sammy and Julio are gonna tag each other out every other week. They're like, bro, my hammy's tight. He's like, you got it. He's like, okay, I should be. I should be able to give him about seven plays this week.
Listen, bro, you got to draft them both. There it is. If you get Sammy and Julio dumbass lane to double digits, and you're getting a WR3 out of both of them for sure.
Oh, I don't want that
winning,
headache
bro.
at
Hey,
all.
stop
I'm trying to figure it out.
bro.
Which one of these,
No, all you have to do is wait till one's dead, just like Seven said. One will
Right.
be dead with a hammy.
The problem
Yeah,
is it
I'm
never
limping.
works out. The problem is they're gonna both be healthy at the same time. Then they'll both pull hammies the same fucking week. That's how it never works like it should.
And Randall Cobb will catch 2 touchdowns and 90 yards in that game.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Yep. Oh yeah. They figured that Aaron Rodgers and Cobb were spotted at the Bucks game. I got the Bucks game on. It looked like Rodgers was talking to a new broad.
Hey, listen, man.
But he was sitting between her and Cobb.
What?
I
hey.
don't know. They just start talking. I don't know if that's.
Hey,
his
Rodgers is a
partner or
lightweight
what, but
player,
he-
though, bro.
Rodgers
Well, yeah,
gets
I'm-
hella pussy,
Rodgers
bro.
is a lightweight player, though.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, now that I bet he's
Hey,
been
mad
listen,
at you.
Olivia Munn, remember
now.
her? He went through the last one, the young one from like
Yeah, yeah,
they
that
fucking
definitely
been
was.
married,
Then
bro.
before that, he was with Olivia Munn. Like he been feeling him, bro.
No, he had Danica, bro.
Danica,
Yeah, Danica in between Olivia and
Shailene.
Yeah, Shailene. Yeah.
Hey, you know what though? Listen. Is it his gigantic eyeballs? Are they like what is this today?
No, it's the man bun, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was rocking the man bun out there. Yeah, he was
It's
rocking
the
the
fucking
man
man, but I never should have cut my shit, dog.
Yeah.
Hey, the man bun's kind of has wisdom, bro.
Right.
Hey, listen, hold on. Shout out to David Carr. Don't think the man bun makes you look any smarter or attractive women, David Carr. He's the one exception.
Hey, Dave is a cold player too, bro.
Hey, Dave gets on
everything.
NFL Network. He just shits on every QB.
He's a
like,
cold player, bro, for sure.
Yeah, he's still
He's
mad
so
that he
sour.
didn't stand out as a QB, so he just gets on everybody else.
Exactly.
Except for his little brother. He always talks good about
Right,
Derek.
and he
And
just
he's the
bigs
only
up
one
the
that's
Raiders
funny.
all day. He bigs them
Yeah.
up all day. And
Oh,
good
what?
shit. Good shit for being the big bro too, man. You guys, what you supposed to do? You're supposed to look out for
Man,
you.
but you know what though? Pedigree, bro. #1 pick, little bruh, 2nd round pick. Still
Yeah,
doing
little
his
bruh, that
motherfucking-
chip
in
on
the
his
Houston
shoulder.
Texans. My bad, fucking to my dog Neon Peacock. But when David
He had no offensive line.
No.
they got Tony Baselli when Tony Baselli was
Was
out
washed.
the door.
Was washed.
Oh my
Yeah, David really had no chance. I mean, that O line was
Man,
historically
that motherfucker was
bad.
getting sacked 100 times in a season. Bro.
Right. Although
Yeah,
we'll say this,
football.
we'll say this: Joe Burrow overcame it. Hell, Joe Burrow had a really bad.
Yeah, but
his
Joe Burrow's a
rookie
bad
year.
motherfucker, bro. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
Mighty Joe
exactly. I was
Young.
about to say you got to be built different, and Joe Burrow surely was. He's like the only motherfucker that could overcome an O line that shitty.
Fact.
Okay, let's go on to another. Let's go on to another position. Pause, you know what I'm saying? But let's go because I do now that we got this thing moving. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying. I know there is a little time constraint, lightweight that my man wants to try to get. He's trying to vet me. Huss is trying to vet me to like being more better at the time isms. Because when I'm on the mushrooms, as I am, right? Time doesn't exist to me, apparently.
And when
Just
you got
me.
a motherfucker like
Let's
me
do,
who likes to ramble.
Let's do running backs then.
Let's go. Go ahead, pop it off, Spence.
All right, bet. I am really high, so high, however high you want to call it. I'm fucking high on Deandre Swift.
How
high are you?
Very high, and especially for Dynasty, like we talked about on our Dynasty episode with Bogey and Huss. You know, I feel like Swift is going to pop off this year. It's his 3rd year. It's going to be his breakout because the Lions, I know everyone shits on the Lions, but check this out. The Lions have slowly but surely built up a powerful offensive line. They're left to right. All the boys on that line are quality starters, and that's rare in today's NFL. Usually you got 1 or 2 weak links, even if you've got a
Taylor
good
Decker
line.
on one side.
Right, Taylor
Play.
Decker and Panay Sewell is the anchor
Sewell,
tackles. And the interior is really good. The dude with the long name in the guard and Frank Ragnow.
He has like
at
3
center.
names.
Yeah, I don't even yeah,
I know exactly what you're talking about, but
yeah,
I'm not going to pretend like I know too much about Detroit because we don't need to know too much.
Right, and they got and Hawkinson there. I mean, he can do it all. He can block if needed. And they're just Dan Campbell, man. Dan Campbell, I think he might be calling the plays this year. And we know how the old school.
He was calling
Dan
the plays
Campbell,
last year. He took over at one point.
Yeah, because they fired Anthony Lynn. I know he had said in the dynasty episode Anthony Lynn's loss could hurt, but I feel like Dan Campbell being so committed to the run.
You know what he called? Bunch of run plays.
Exactly. That's my point. Yeah, Deandre Swift, and he showed that he was committed to Deandre Swift early and often. You know, he catches, caught like 50-something passes, I believe, and missed like 5
nuts, bro.
Yeah,
the 2 passes.
How many receptions did he have? Holy, you got to run that back.
Oh, 62, even more than I thought.
452 yards.
62. So in PPR, he's going to be dummy nice. I mean,
if he had a hundo
ball carrier there. And we know Jamal Williams is a friendly committee partner, as we saw with Aaron Jones. He's a friendly committee partner. He's not a pest. He's not a goal line pest. He's not a third down pest. He's just a good backup to have a guy that'll relieve Swift here and there when needed. He's not going to vulture him. He's not going to steal his reception. So it all is with the coaching committed to the run, with the system geared toward him. I mean, this is just health is the only key. As long as he can stay healthy, which I know that's the biggest if, but if he can clear that hurdle, Swift's going to be a top 5 running back this year.
I want to hear some thoughts from my man Tony, because you're from the Uper, right? You're a Uper. What do they call that?
Yeah, Uper. I'm from Upper Michigan.
Yes, Upper Michigan. So,
and it was really crazy talking to my friends back home. They started off the year being like, we got no running back. We got the leftovers from Green Bay, and we got this kid who can't run. He can only catch. And by like week 4, all of their tone changed last year. They
loved him.
Because he was going in, bro.
In week 1, hold on. In week 1, DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams damn near single-handedly beat the 49ers.
Right. Yeah, they were
No, hold on. We had a 28-point lead.
Yeah,
that's when you almost blew it.
They almost Patriots Falcons
beat the 49ers last year, bro.
Yeah, that was wild.
It was wild.
And it was running backs, man. Yeah, that was
it was both of them. It was Jamal. It was
both of them, bro.
And Swift, because Jared Goff, he likes to just dump things down. So it was just one or the other. And they were on the field both at the same time.
Yeah.
Down there. When they were going hurry up. So
that's
it was
what
just
I'm saying,
like we
friendly committee
handle it.
partner.
Yeah,
they didn't ruin Swift's day.
But see, hold on. This is how they came back, though. I do want to specify this. So we're killing them by 3 possessions. Then they score a touchdown. Then George Kittle they're showing an onside kick for real. They fucking onside kick and it goes off of George Kittle, right? And they get the ball. Then they score fast again. And then they go onside kick. This is how it happened. Like, it was crazy. But it was all Swift and Jamali Mall just killing
Hey, my thing on Swift, though, look, though, bro. When I said he had 452 receiving yards, but the motherfucker had 617 rushing yards, and he only played 13 games. He played 13 games in his first 2 seasons.
That's like a poor man CMC.
16 games, and produce at what he's producing, it's a fucking win-win because
he's game script proof on a bad team.
He could be like Austin Eckler is
on a bad team. He's game script proof. There it is.
He could be like Austin Eckler, get that 1,500 all-purpose, and then if he gets the touchdowns, all of a sudden he's top.
Top.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap, bro. Definitely.
And here's the difference between Austin Eckler and Deandre Swift. Deandre Swift is a one-cut, big home run guy too. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll get you the 30+ yard tug. You know what I'm saying? Outside
and as of right now, he's being drafted as a 19th overall player. So you're getting him at the back end of the 2nd round.
I'm kind of high on him.
Hey,
I'm gonna lie.
I
was so mad that I ended up with
Deandre Swift, man.
I won the league the one league I had with him last year. I won that league, and Hus remembers. I was like, I fucking ended up with DeAndre Swift. I was so hot in the draft. I was so hot that I traded away like half my team. I started making moves because I had DeAndre Swift. You know what I mean? and then that was the only guy I couldn't get off. I couldn't move Deandre Swift. I ended up just having him, and in spite of having him, then that's how I learned he was a bad motherfucker. And then when we got to the end of the season, I remember he was telling me the shit I needed to hear. He was like, "You like this guy too much, man. Don't start him in your championship." Right? He was telling me he's coming off the injury. Don't do it, man. I was like, "Fuck that." I put him in there. He did nothing for me. I won in spite of him. The rest of my team held it down, but he did nothing for me. So technically, he was fucking right. Not even technically, he was 100% right with the take. He's like, "Don't do it." He even made it a PSA. Remember, I was saying it on the show, and you're like, "Hold on, I gotta stop you." PSA: anyone who has DeAndre Swift, don't start him in the championship. You're like, don't. It was one of the only times you're like, don't listen to Bogard. And you saved a lot of people that day.
Hell yeah, man. DeAndre Swift just makes me nervous. And it's not him. It's the Lions. The Lions make me nervous. Can't trust them.
They're at least if I'm a Chargers fan, at least I would know. At least I'm not as cursed as the Lions.
Oh no, not it's not even. The Lions are. It is. You can't compare with the Lions. Like
0-16, bro. The first to do it.
Well, what's worse, knowing that you suck the entire year or thinking that you're really good and then failing like at the end every year?
Okay, hey, come on.
Like the Dolphins.
Right. Let's slow down a little bit.
When San Diego got to the divisional round against New England and LaDainian tore his shit up and Phillip Rivers tore his shit up, they were a hell of a team. I understand that's being cursed.
But isn't that more Chargers as fuck? That's Chargers as fuck.
Here's how cursed the Chargers are.
This isn't a Chargers bash session. This is supposed to be fantasy football.
We're talking about who's more cursed. It's like sometimes a curse is a curse. Like
I don't even remember the Lions being there, bro.
Here's how cursed the Chargers
are.
Yeah, you got to go back. You got to go back to the 50s. That's how long.
Hold on.
70 years.
Go ahead.
Here's how cursed the Chargers are. In 2010, they had the number one offense and the number one defense in the NFL.
They missed the fucking playoffs.
Rarely happens. Every other team that was top 5 in both categories all time made it nowhere less than the conference championships, if not losing or winning the Super Bowl. Yeah, Chargers are so shitty on special teams. That year they didn't even make the playoffs.
That's a hell of a that's
we're gonna be in the Super Bowl. You're gonna see powder blue in Arizona. I will be there. I'm bringing the whole family in the minivan. Bring the dog friendly hotel. We'll be partying in Arizona.
What is this? Is this a 2-year plan?
No, Arizona? This is a 1 year. This is a 2023. I'll be in Arizona in February.
Okay, no, because they're that's where you're gonna be. Okay, you talking about? I thought you were talking about where the Super Bowl is gonna be because it's in Vegas.
No, the Super Bowl's in Arizona this year.
The following year.
Yeah, Super Bowl is in Vegas.
Rona this year?
Yeah, it's in 2024 is in Vegas, I think.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know that then. Okay. Because now that changes the thing.
Yeah.
Arizona, listen, how long can the streak go? We went mad years, forever in this Super Bowl's existence. Whoever hosts it didn't win it or even get there, right?
Yeah.
They wouldn't even get there. It was a curse almost. And now we're on a 2-year streak right here. It happened twice in a row, so that's a streak by definition, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there it is, right? So is Arizona it?
No, Arizona's quarterback can't even get his social media straight. They're not going to the Super Bowl this year. Out of here.
He might go back to MLB the way he's talking. He said, "I'm not paying for the card."
Yeah, he's gonna go play for Billy Beane and Moneyball up there in Oakland.
So we're doing it here. We're going back to the running backs, right? Because I just remembered this now. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. I am so high on Devonte.
How high are you?
I'm higher than Brontosaurus pussy. There it is.
There we go.
I was like, what's taller than a goddamn giraffe? Because you already went giraffe earlier, right?
Right.
That's how high in the motherfucker on Javonte I am. I mean, it's obviously Nathaniel Hackett, you know what I'm saying? Came from the Green Bay Packers, you know what I'm saying? The wide zone scheme, more so inside zone. That's what they're going to do. You know what I mean? Javonte, in a year that he had to share with Melvin Gordon, 42 receptions, bro. That tripped me out when I saw that. Because I had Javonte everywhere last year, and I was so mad at him. I wouldn't even look. Like, this motherfucker, like, fuck Melvin Gordon. I was really mad at Gordon. But, like, in the timeshare, he had almost 1,000 on the ground, and he had 42 receptions, bro. That is like, with an emphasis.
He can still eat. I mean, in Nathaniel Hackett is a 2-back system, so even if they do.
But now you're going to have a QB that you have to have integrity as a defense. You have to. What's the saying?
Yeah, you gotta
be honest. You have to play honest.
Yeah, keep them honest. Yeah, keep them honest.
You gotta keep them honest. I said integrity. Hey, nobody has integrity.
Yeah, like with the Aaron and Aaron show in Green Bay. I mean, Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Jones, they balanced each other out and kept the defense honest, just like Russ and Javonte. Even if they bring in somebody else, whether it's via the draft or free agency, I still love Javonte.
The 42 grabs, though, is where I'm trying to point out, especially because I need to find a reason why we're looking at him. Why am I high on him? And if you got to get him this year, we got to get him in the back of the first in a single QB.
Oh, definitely.
Right? In the Dynasty, he's like, I saw a guy take him on a 1-2 turnaround, and I was like, okay, this is where he pretty much lives now. You know what I mean? And you got to hope he is what he is because you're paying up a guap. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're going to have to pay up a guap because there's always going to be one motherfucker that's going to be super high on him because he's the guy that's generating a lot of hype right now.
I got in Dynasty last year, I drafted him on the 3-4 turn, and I don't regret it.
Fuck
yeah, that's a great investment. Great investment.
Yeah. I got Najee Harris in the first. My team I drafted for the future when all rookies, and my running backs are Najee Harris, Gibson, and Javonte Williams. It's pretty loaded.
That's hard.
Squad.
Dude, hey, Tucker, I want to tell you this, man. I apologize because there's so many times you literally told me, like, if there's a dynasty league, I want in it.
Yeah,
and I would forget to tell this man. And we have 13 dynasty leagues going on that are like these fucking the big boy joints too. Like, it's my man Hustler has one of the greater communities, and I'm not just saying that because I'm in this community. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, and we got another one. So I got you're in. If you're in this next one, I'm in it too. You know what I mean?
If the opening pops up, you got my number. It's that simple.
Yes. Because
I want to say this about Javonte real quick. I think early on, so the Nathaniel Hackett system, and you guys have probably heard this other places, is it's a timing offense, right? And so Russell's going to have to adjust to that. And I think early on, that's going to allow Javonte Williams in those first 4 or 5 weeks to really be the focus of the offense, right? Like, keep everything moving in rhythm. And also, like, when Russ is scrambling, he's going to know he's got easy dump offs to Javonte Williams. Yeah. So I think that is going to be great for Javonte at the beginning of the year.
Russ was like 80%. Russ was like 80, like 75%. I'm not going to say 80. There were points where Russ was like 75% of Seattle's offense, right? And this was like with the Doug Baldwin days. I remember reading the stat, and I was like, whoa, because you see it when you watch it, right? He's not going to have to do as much, Russ, right, over here, because the run is going to be – it's going to play – everything's going to play off the run. Look at how good Aaron Rodgers was after year 1 of learning Matt LaFleur's shit. You know what I mean? Aaron Rodgers is one of the GOATs, if you ask me, right? Because that sucks that there's plural. But you know what I'm saying? Because that's an argument in itself. But he's one of the greatest of all time at the position. In 2019, when he linked with Matt LaFleur, you know what everybody said in that 2020 offseason? Oh, Rodgers fell off.
Yep. And they even thought that they drafted Jordan Love, those idiots.
It took him because because they were a run-first team that was going to – and he was learning everything. Then in year 2, he's MVP 2 years straight. Because now it's like, oh, man, y'all ain't fucking with me. I'm going to run this thing, and I'm just going to play action. I'm sending somebody in motion. Play action this bitch, and play action y'all to death. It was easy. Russ is a Sagittarius, just like Aaron Rodgers. He might not need a whole season to figure this out, bro. Javonte's going to eat so tough.
You keep saying, is this good or bad to be a Sag? Because I'm a Sagittarius. You keep saying it like it's a bad thing.
Hold on. This is breaking news. is breaking news because Tony Tucker. There's a reason. Tony. Me and you always got along, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the first time I knew you were Sagittarius, like I and like JD. This is the universe, or Gemma the Icon back there. We just find each other. I didn't know you were a Sag. Shout out to Steezy. Steezy's a Sag too. We all just find each other.
Half man, half beast, bro. That's why he
makes
came up.
total sense. That's
why he came on the show.
This is why I love
with
Tony
the guns
Tucker's
out, bro.
content too, because he just
think
says
alike,
what
bro.
everyone is really thinking. He's a Sagittarius.
100%.
What are you, a December Sag or in November?
November 28th.
I'm November 30th. I'm November 30th. So
hey, y'all are close.
Yeah, see, look at that, bro. It makes total sense.
Almost birthday twins.
He's like, what is this? He thought I was dissing us. No, now, this is like how people find out that we are, because we're always finding ways to. That's why I love Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson. Fuck Russell Wilson. Really.
Kyle Shanahan.
Kyle Shanahan. You know what I'm saying? Just some of the greatest underrated thinkers of the world are us. You know what I mean? And we're connected with. Yeah, Jigga.
Jigga's a motherfucking Sagittarius, bro. Oh, my mother.
It'll be interesting if
hey, JC's hella ugly. He figured out how to get the baddest bitch. He's like, listen, I'm clearly ugly.
It'll be interesting.
We are, bro.
Hey, less.
It'll be interesting if one of those Sag quarterbacks can break the one ring curse. I mean, shit, Russ is stuck at one ring.
Hey,
Rodgers stuck at one ring. Can one of them get two? Or maybe more.
You know what I'm saying?
Shanahan still leads his one.
Okay,
who wants to go
next? Who's high? Who else is high on something?
I'll jump out the window. Give me Saquon, bro.
Yes. How high are you?
I'm so motherfucking high that when I get off stream, I'm finna call the plug to drop me off something so I can fire up. And it's out the norm. Hey, give me Saquon, bro. Saquon in the third right now, for a motherfucker to be going, or for him to have the potential to have 1,100 plus on the ground and 500 in receiving going in the third round, and we know that they're going to invest in the offensive line, and they're probably going to have the top pick of the offensive lineman at that 4 pick, I think it is, or the 4th or the 5th pick to secure that left tackle. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Give me Saquon, bro.
Yeah, and they let Booker go, so he's back to being the lone show in town over there. So if he can stay healthy.
People were shitting on Joe Mixon. What wasn't motherfucking shitting on Joe Mixon so tough? My man, Sir Joe Mixon, a lot. He likes touchdowns and he cannot lie. They were hating on him, right?
Yeah, and then he went 34, 26, 48 or whatever Sir Mix-a-Lot was always rapping about back in the day. He tore it up last year.
Exactly. That's
Saquon's on Broadway.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if Saquon's gonna get his career back on track, this is his year to do it, because it's all been downhill since that great rookie year. But he's got the ability, man. If he can stay on that field. Been a lot of tough luck with injuries. If he can stay on that field, like I was saying with Swift earlier, health's the key. But if he can stay healthy, then give him to me, because he's going to be a value this year.
Yeah,
it'll be in time for a payday too.
Exactly. Yeah, this is his 5th year. His 5th year option year, I think.
Well,
he's going to have to.
You love that contract years. They're going out there to die for us. So we want that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And he actually said at the podium today, he's like, I'm tired of the narrative and everybody's saying, he's like, I'm going out there to kill this year. And I was like, I like that attitude. Like that works.
I got too much Saquon, so I love this too, because I got a lot of Saquon. I felt really dirty about it. I was getting Saquon. Hey, what did I get Saquon in one of the joints? Like a 6th-round startup?
Get the fuck out of here.
Damn, that's a steal. That's a fucking steal.
Motherfucker's only 5 years old.
That's down in the 6th round, though, right?
Yeah.
Didn't I say it, though? Before I text you, right? I go, man, I'm going to end up with Saquon, bro. He just put the laughing face like emoji, you know what I mean? Because it was coming up on me, and I was like, it's criminal if I don't grab him here. And it was my first running back, too. So I felt really dirty about it, but I was going like, I'm just going mad receiver because that's really what lasts long in Dynasty. You know what I mean?
16th running back. I just counted it. 16th off the board.
Wow.
Let's go. Give me money, Saquon. I'm all about what. Hey, Sagittarius, great minds think alike, bro. Let's go.
Mama.
And Tony's here too. Look at that. Like fucking Tony Tucker, bro. I
Fucking
knew he was a
Trinity.
Sagittarius.
The fucking
I
Sagittarius Trinity is in the building.
I fucking knew it. Oh shit! Okay, let's go. Who's getting high on what running back?
I got one. You took Javonte from me, but I'm gonna go and I'm gonna explain my highness. But Chase Edmonds.
Ooh, okay.
How high are you?
How high are you?
How high, bruh?
I fucked that up.
I think I gotta be on bath salts at Coachella for this one because Chase Edmonds is like. He breaks my heart, but here's the thing. I think we can get him with a little bit of value, and Tua is like the master of dinking and dunking, right? So if he's out there on early downs, maybe we're getting a lot of early catches with him this year, but also the way that McDaniel can sort of scheme the running game, maybe he can be a back that averages 65 to 80 yards rushing and maybe another 25 in the passing game. Like, he could be like a sneaky sort of top 12-ish. I don't think he'll get the touchdowns, but like if he can get his numbers up and he can have 1,200 all-purpose yards I think Chase Edmonds is worth the risk because of that offense, especially with all the other speed you have to respect out there.
He's cheap though, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I think
cheap.
if you end up with him as your potential RB2 or your flex, I think you're in an okay
Look who's
spot.
taking the top off. Here's where because I can argue this both ways. Who's taking the top off? Tyreek Hill. That's going to open up everything underneath for guys like the Chase Bank. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Jalen Waddle.
Yeah. Then here's the other side where I can argue it. I can also be like, well, everything's going to be dink and dunk, and this is why I love Tua in this system, because all Tua has to do is just let McDaniels design where you're going to dump it off to, and that guy has a clear path. It's all green. And it could be – that's a lot of Chase Edmonds. That's a lot of Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, like Gesicki. There's so much talent, and that's the one argument I have against it, but I like this a lot. I'm getting high off the bank, just like you.
Yeah, I don't got no rebuttal against that. I wouldn't mind taking Chase Edmonds as my second RB. You know what I mean?
Maybe not second. I'm talking about like third, if that.
Right,
like
yeah, because it's going to be a committee
so
there
look,
with
with them already having Myles Gaskins and seeing what Myles Gaskins kind of already has
that bitch Carol
film, and you done brought in.
Oh my God, the mushroom's telling me to get the bitch Carol Gaskin right now. I'm on the clock.
Edmonds, it seems like Myles Gaskin is the one that's getting pushed out. So in the top tier offense, and you think that Chase Edmonds might be that number one back that's getting more of the looks than anyone.
And Radio Raheem too.
He's gonna be.
Radio Raheem. Yeah, they're pushing the bitch out for Radio Raheem and then Chase Edmonds. But
they're
Chase
just
Edmonds
all there.
Chase Edmonds.
They're all there. I agree with you on that.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really tripping off Radio Raheem. That's what new head coaches do. Just like Circa, Rob Saleh, Mike LaFleur with the Jets. Like
with Tevin
Coleman. You're gonna bring in a guy who has familiarity. This is what you do.
And that's why I like Chase Edmonds out of the three. Just based on
I agree. Yeah, he'll be the
best. Because Myles Gaskin might have been the baddest motherfucker in that backfield to date. But when you get there, that's with a new regime, that shit all resets. Now you have who's the best to learn the system fastest.
Right, and Edmonds, they handpicked Edmonds from this class of
once training camp comes.
I like that.
We'll start.
Here's the other thing for Chase is that McDaniel identified him early. That was like one of the first signings of free agency. He was like, "Hey, I'm new here in town, and this guy fits my system, and I want him."
He did. You're right.
Right.
We hated that motherfucker. He used to tear us up.
He was the first guy that flirted with him, and Edmonds has been pissed ever since they brought over Connor.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You ain't lying. I'd be hot as fuck if I was Edmonds because he was supposed to be vetted to be. He should have been hot when they brought over Drake.
Connor stole all those.
They brought over Drizzy.
Yeah, then they had Drizzy. Yeah, they never gave Edmonds, which Edmonds is kind of a smaller back. They never believed in him, but this is his chance to show. Right, he's a wee little man, but this is his
Chase
chance
Edmonds is everything Eno Benjamin wanted to be.
If Chase Edmonds,
I want to be a baller. I want to be.
He looked at him like, yeah,
I wish I
this
had a
is his
girl I
chance
would
to
call
do
her.
so.
Eno Benjamin Buttons. He's only going to get better with time.
No, never.
Yeah, they got. I think they got it.
We don't stand for that. Okay, who else is getting high?
Hustler hasn't gone yet, I don't think.
Oh yeah, give us a running back, V.
Now
We'll
go ahead.
we'll
Go
just
to
We won't do tight ends.
Go to Guccini first.
Oh, I got to give it tight end.
Guccini went with Saquon.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear. Okay, because I thought.
Oh yeah, you're closing this one up. Yeah.
Here we go. Good, because I thought Guccini was going with someone else, and we doubled up. So I am extra high on Josh Jacobs.
How high are you?
How high are you?
To the moon, because everyone still hates on this man. You're able to get him as an RB2. He can flirt with the RB1 numbers. I hate him too, but man,
You can hate him in real life, but love him.
I made it better by hating on him.
Speaks for himself.
I've learned that with Tampa
better
Bay, like
'cause we
Chris
hated on
Godwin
him.
last year. I hated him in real life, but boy, I loved him for fantasy.
it was when when you had to draft Jacobs as an RB1, that was when we really hated him because he wasn't living up to it. But now that you could draft him as an RB2, he can flirt with the RB1 numbers. You don't even care if he misses a couple games because you're getting him at a way better value. Now you bring in Adams, they're not going to be able to stack the box on him like they have in the past. It's going to be a boom year.
100%.
Damian Harris, Ramondre, Rahamador Stevenson.
Rahamador.
Shout out to Guccini. That's Guccini.
Hey, this is the part of the clip that I chop up. Rahamador.
Rahamador. You got to throw some ha in it too, though. Rahamador Stevenson and Damian Harris killed it in that system. Like,
they really did.
Joshua Jacobs, bro, just came off of 12 tugs? How many tugs did he have? He
had double digits.
Yeah, I might be wrong. I mean, I would
in the top 10.
It was combined double digits.
There it is.
I think he had a few receiving to go along with it.
Yeah. Either way, bro, the running back's finna eat, bro. And matter of fact, the running back might actually negatively affect the Derek Carr outlook for fantasy because he can steal all the TDs down there. When you have now Waller and Adams out there, Josh Jacobs is gonna walk in every time, bro.
Yeah, he's gonna get that goal line.
That could really be a thing.
Yeah,
look at James Conner.
Goal line work.
James Conner ruined all Kyler Murray last year. No Kylo Ren.
Yeah, because
no Kyler Ren. It was all dark side clouds of mine. James Conner runs everything in.
Yeah, you called that. You're like, James Conner's going to F up all our Kyler Murray.
I said it last year, and I fucking killed it.
I got that with the what ifs thing. Yeah, that turned out to be.
I got my best takes to piss me off.
They brought in a couple guys this offseason, but they were smaller backs, guys that aren't going to really hurt Jacobs. Brandon Bolden and Amir Abdullah.
System guys.
Exactly. Yeah, Jacobs is going to get the lion's share. I mean, Kenyon Drake will get a little here and there, but Jacobs is the big back for sure. And they trust him now on third.
Brandon Bolden's a special teams guy, first of all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and he's a McDaniels guy. That's a familiarity
guy.
thing, like we said about Mike McDaniel with fucking.
And he's also because he's a double whammy. He's a special teams guy, and he serves as a fill-in if Drizzy is not ready because he tore his shit mid-season.
Oh yeah, Drizzy tore. Yeah, and that's why they brought in Abdullah too because he had a service.
That's to double up.
Yeah, they don't really have any. They believe in Jacob. They didn't really bring in any other big backs. I think they got my other Raging Cajuns back still on their depth chart. Trey Regis, he's a big back. He was the big back. Elijah Mitchell was the complement.
I'll probably not expect too much when it comes to receptions. I'm probably not going to expect more than because last year he had 50, bro.
Yeah, he's never gonna be.
That was a career high.
Yeah, that was insane.
That's why Drizzy got hurt.
I don't project that.
Drizzy got hurt.
I'm looking at 30. I'm looking more.
Yeah, that's gonna go down.
like 35, 30. I think the efficiency will be there, like maybe 40-something targets.
Yeah, the efficiency will go up because
Yeah.
with Adams there, that's going to help take attention
Fuck
away
yeah.
from the box.
Fuck
So the
yeah.
play action is going to be nasty. So, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
Jordan
hate
Akins
Derek
is
Carr. He's
an
about to be one of the
RB2.
best this year, dude.
He really will be.
Here's a prediction on what McDaniels is going to do in Vegas. He's going to make Patriots West running back nightmare for us, and he's going to draft in like the fourth round a giant running back like Brian Robinson Jr. from Alabama, 225, and we're all going to be like, which one do we start? Which one's going to get the goal line?
Won't be high on Jacobs anymore if that happens.
Guarantee it.
God.
I guarantee that's what happened to us.
Yeah, don't do it to us, Tony.
That is so feasible, though.
But it could happen.
Like
like the way Belichick took Ramondre last year to try to ruin our Harris shares. Although our Harris shares still did pretty well last year.
But I'm gonna give it to you like this though on Rahamador and Harris. Time to sell Harris now. Harris is not going to get paid.
Yeah, in Dynasty,
time to go sell him because Rahamador.
He's 25 too. Yo, they basically redshirted him his rookie year because Sony was there still. So in 2019 as a rookie, he was a healthy scratch all year.
But he was a first round pick, though, right?
He was like
a second
third round.
Third, I think.
He was a third.
Yeah, kind of like the way Rahamador was. Yeah,
they did. Oh, you talking about Rahamador or
Damian Harris? Harris, I think.
Yeah, I'm talking about Damian Harris.
Was a third round pick, though. So this is going into his.
So he was a third. He was a third in 2019.
So look.
Yeah, and they traded up for him too, if I remember correctly.
So look.
Chicago was really big on him, so they jumped right in front of Chicago to grab Damian Harris.
So it's time to sell high on Damian Harris because he's not going to get his second contract from New England. Ramondre Stevenson with him being a third-round pick, super value.
Hey, feel me on this.
Sell Damian Harris.
Hey, Hustler has to feel me on this. Quick tangent. I'm the 2 spot or the 2 spot. Yeah. I'm the 2 spot in the Dynasty startup right now. So when I'm going the other way, I'm 11. So I have quick turnarounds, right? So there's a lot of times where I'm like, okay, I can grab off Damian Harris and Stevenson right here and lock it down. But the fact that I'm not back to back, I'm a turnaround. I get all nervous and fucked up in my head. I'm like, if I grab Harris, this motherfucker might trigger him to grab Stevenson. Then I'm stuck with Harris. But if I grab Stevenson and then no one will grab Harris, I swing back around, then I'll lock back in Harris. And then I would just never do it because I'd be like, man, fuck all that. But it was just, I wanted to do that because that's a rushing ass team. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And lock it down. If one dies, the other one's strong. But you don't want to. But here's what's more likely here. That Damian Harris gets phased out immediately, or they run Damian Harris into the ground, and then Stevenson is the guy next year. You know what I mean?
Look, so that's my thing. You get one more
Harris
year.
Is good for redraft.
You get one more year.
Yes, out of Damian Harris.
But I would sell high on Harris just based
on in Dynasty. Yeah, I agree.
He's coming up with Thou Wow in 15 tugs.
15
selling him now.
So it's time to sell high.
Right, yeah, because you could you could tell the Dynasty fellow Dynasty owner, you wouldn't be lying to him. Look, you get a good year out of him. But yeah, if you're looking long term, he's not the guy. Although, well, check this out though, he might actually be if he goes elsewhere, lands in a good spot because this is his contract year. If he leaves New England and lands, I don't know, let's say the Jets, let's say Michael Carter doesn't pan out. If he lands in a spot like that and takes over as the lead guy, he could still be fantasy relevant.
No,
I think Atlanta could use him in a free agency.
Yeah, he could get a second contract as long as he doesn't tear his PCL or Achilles, something serious. I mean, as long as he can stay somewhat healthy this year. Hell, even in ACL, I mean, we see guys come back quicker than ever from ACLs these days. So, I mean, Harris, I think, will get a decent bag next offseason.
Yeah, I think so too. There's too many teams that need running backs, and you need really 2 running backs now, especially with adding the 17th game.
Yeah, and he's a perfect big back.
Yeah. So, depending on what Buffalo does this year in the draft, that's a potential spot.
The division. Watch the division teams. If New England lets him walk, all 3 of those, Miami, Buffalo, the Jets, none of those guys have world beaters at running back. It might be a bidding war between all of them.
Yeah. And I'm not opposed to it for the Chargers. They could use a nice compliment to Eckler because he's on the
Yeah,
smallest
yeah. What? Yeah. Speaking of that, so you got the Chargers to get back there, Tony. What's the deal there with the Chargers? I mean, I know Eckler right now. I have Eckler ranked 2 overall in redraft among running backs. So that's another one I'm high on. But what are y'all gonna do as far as like the number 2? Because Justin Jackson's still floating. Do you think y'all bring him back or draft somebody?
So Staley already said at the one of the press conferences, I think it was the owners meeting, he said that they're going to address it. The plan is to address it in the draft. And so there's a lot of guys. I like Jerome Baker out of Cincinnati. I like Damian Pierce out of Florida. I like I mentioned Brian Robinson Jr.
Robinson. I hope it's not Robinson. That would kind of hurt Eckler. Man, Robinson's a beast.
He's like an Eckler.
You got to get. They have to get somebody who's
he's that Alabama mold, bro. Those Bama backs.
We need somebody for those cold road playoff games to Tennessee, Buffalo.
Eckler's hella old, dude. For a running back, like it's like dog years, like running back years.
Eckler's still pretty fresh.
Yeah, not a whole lot of mileage there.
Yeah, but it's the Raheem Mostert argument. Raheem Mostert didn't start getting activated really until like 26 years old. He's about to be, he's 29 now or 30.
Yeah, I mean,
so
Eckler's
but he has
that old, 26.
Eckler's 27.
Yeah, I think Eckler's 27.
Yeah, that's not that. I mean, he started in 2017. He's not that.
Yeah, and he didn't have. But here's the thing, though, too. It's like it's the type of back he is. So and here's one other thing too. Stupid efficient. So we're okay with Eckler. I'm just saying, though, it's not out of the question that they will look at another running back coming up.
Oh, yeah, they're going to have to. Eckler, they're kind of like with Javonte. They kind of need to. I mean, they're not, neither one is like, there's very few Derrick Henrys, Jonathan Taylors, pretty much.
I like the Pierce call. Like, who said that? Guccini said that.
I said that. Wait, what?
You said that?
Yeah, from Florida. Yeah, Damian.
Okay, Tucker said that.
Tony said, we're going over different ones. Yeah, because he was saying Justin Jackson's probably going to walk, so they're going to need to find a new big back.
I like that. Give him the ding. Where's the dings?
Yeah, they got to bring in somebody for inside the 5 because Josh Kelly trying to dive over and fumbling against the Chiefs. I still wake up at night screaming at my ceiling.
Yeah, Larry Roundtree season.
Hey, man. His name was so tight that I wanted him to be a thing, bro. Like it's Roundtree. You don't hear any cool names like that.
Oh, I called him Shaft Jr. That's Richard Roundtree right there. Shaft. And then he couldn't do anything.
Richard Shaft, man. I like that. That was good. Dude, that was awesome, actually. See, where's the ding?
Let me get a bell. There it is.
Okay.
I think we're done with running backs.
Yeah, so we're gonna close this up with receivers, and that'll be him, right? So who am I? I don't know which receiver I'm getting high on yet. Who wants to go on this one?
I'll go.
Let's go, Guccini.
Give me my stack. Give me Devonte Adams.
Oh.
Give me DC and DA. 100%, bro. Right off the rip. That's one of the stacks that I'm going for in
Devonte just
draft, whether it be a dynasty startup. Ain't nobody sent me no dynasty startup right now. You know what I mean? Whatever draft it is right now,
send it to him.
That's the stack that I'm going for right now, bro.
Okay, we're going in this. Hold on. Hey, Huss, what's the next one? March.
It's starting after the NFL
March.
draft.
I said March. March is that month.
So it's going to be like the first, somewhere between the first and second week of May. We're going to be starting everything.
Okay, there it is right there.
That's the stack that I'm going for, bro.
We're all in this thing. And Spencer, too, he hasn't been in none of these joints neither.
Yeah, I'm going to get in one.
Give me DC and
58
DA,
rounds. Slow
what the 58 rounds?
IDPs and everything.
Man.
All the shit.
Well, I'll do one. I'll commit to one. I'll do one.
To at least have one in your life.
Ooh, yeah, because I'm gonna do. I'm starting my own dynasty, but it ain't gonna be no 58 rounds. What's the catch to mine is there's gonna be a salary cap. That's what's gonna make mine a challenge. I'm gonna have that salary cap in there. We're gonna be like real life. Yeah, real life GMs. That shit's gonna go lit. That's gonna be lit, y'all.
That should name it that. The real RLGM league. The real life GM league, right?
Exactly. Horns. Yeah, the RLGM league hosted by
hosted by the Guru.
Yep, Spencer the Guru.
There it
Yes,
is.
sir. Oh yeah, that was gonna
Okay.
be popping, bro.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna get high on the receiver right here. Hold on. Are you ready for this? I really high on Brandon Ayuk.
How high are you?
Are you?
Oh,
What are
Okay,
you
I'm not-
smoking over there, Bogey?
No, he's huffing
No,
rubber.
because I'm just. This is on the events of today.
Oh, yeah, the Debo
Right.
news. Yep, that he wants
And
out.
see, here's the thing, though. I was kind of laughing at like casual fans that like really are like buying into this. Oh my God, Debo's requesting a trade. We've been trying to trade him.
fuck
You know what
him,
I'm saying?
bro.
We've been trying to trade
That's
him.
what I've been talking
And
about.
now,
in the group
now
chat,
you want to
man.
come out and
Fuck
say,
him, bro.
I request a trade. Motherfucker, we've been trying to move you.
Look.
We don't want
Yeah,
to
'cause
pay
y'all
you.
use the shit out of it.
I
this
got
past
one scenario, two scenarios for you. If the
Okay.
Jets give us the 10th or if the Texans give us the 13th, the way that the dominoes might fall, we might get Sauce or we might get the boy out of LSU, the corner.
Yeah, Sting
What
with
has been the
Junior,
weakest
yeah.
point
Yeah,
on our team?
it's corner and
For the last
safety.
3
DB. Let's just
Yeah,
say DB.
Kyle Hamilton from Notre Dame.
You see the motherfucking Jaquaski tart? He had it in his bread basket.
Right, yeah,
the
the Hamilton,
Super Bowl.
Yeah, like Tony, yeah, they can't catch it. Hamilton would be the perfect
Shanahan-
fill-in for
Shanahan
Jaquaski
can
Tart.
make
Yeah,
Fuck
lemonade out of
Jaquaski
lemon.
tart. Fuck
Oh,
Pop
yeah,
he's,
Tarts
he's
and
still a
everything.
free agent for a reason.
So let D'Amico go get a Sauce, the boy from LSU or the boy from Notre Dame, and it's a fucking wrap, bro.
It's a
Yeah,
wrap.
send him to
We
the
still
Jets.
go
Yeah, the
get-
Jets
and
is
we
a
can
top
go get
10
both
pick.
Call it a day.
Go get
Because
both
I
of his
tell you what,
$20 million a season right now.
Let's
Y'all ain't
fucking
getting
go
them.
because that's what's important.
Right. Y'all ain't getting any of those three with 13, but with 10, y'all should be able to get one of them.
One
Because
of
they're
them-
going to all be top 10 picks, all three of them boys. They're
somebody
all
gonna
that
fall, bro.
talented. And
Okay,
Somebody
going-
gonna
DBs
fall.
are highly
Going back to my
coveted.
Brandon Ayuk thing.
Do you guys
know,
have a
bro-
second round pick? 49ers have
Yeah,
a
they
second
got
round
a
pick.
second
Yeah.
round pick.
So you guys could go get Alec Pierce, that 6'4", runs a 4.41. He's like, he could fit in where
We're not gonna
Debo
do
was,
that.
and you
We're
guys
not
could
gonna
have
do
a
that.
DB there.
We're not gonna do that. Shanahan's too arrogant. Shanahan's too arrogant as a genius. Should be.
Yeah, he's going to use Ayuk in that role.
Yeah, no, and see, and Ayuk's not built like Debo.
No.
So, but here's the thing, though, is that it's Lance. Look, gotta remember this.
Oh, yeah,
This
the
is not the
dance
world
with
that-
Lance. Yeah, the
Lance
dance
can
with
stretch the
Lance is
field.
gonna
The reason
happen.
why
this
Debo
year.
Lance can
played
stretch the
running back
field.
is because
You know what
Trey
Ayuk
Sermon
is?
didn't do
Ayuk is new. Ayuk is new nuke to me.
Yeah, Ayuk's going to really eat with
He's
Lance.
like Nuke Skywalker. He's like Hopkins.
Yeah,
Look.
because Debo is Jimmy's guy. Y'all are moving on from Jimmy, so it makes sense to
Yeah.
move
he
on from
wasn't
Debo
even
too.
last year. He wasn't even.
That's why I'm
his
high on
guy,
this
though, bro.
motherfucker.
Yeah,
They-
for sure.
They
yeah.
forced him into playing running back because Trey Sermon.
Because
didn't do
everybody was
nothing.
hurt.
Jeff
Yeah, when
Wilson
Eli
didn't do
Mitchell
nothing.
got hurt, yeah.
That's what
All
I'm
the
saying.
way.
So look,
Everybody
if
was
Barnes-
dead. B.
even Mostert wasn't healthy. So if
He was
Barnes,
dead.
every running back was healthy last year, Debo wouldn't have been playing that role. He would have been stuck on the outside. Now, if he's stuck on the outside as nothing but a receiver, you ship his ass out of here, bro. I swear to you, bro.
Yeah, and I think
Yes!
the Jets,
Give me money.
the Jets
Didn't he
could
have like
crack,
1,400 yards?
The Jets wanted Tyreek the free.
Is that a
Debo
system
be the
thing?
next best
Hold on.
thing.
Here's the real argument.
You nailed it right on the head, bro. When
Shanahan's
Kyle
a
Juszczyk,
Sagittarius like us.
listen, I got 1 point. Let me make 1 point real fast. When Kyle Juszczyk runs up the sideline with nobody around him, it's not Kyle Juszczyk, it's Kyle Shanahan, bro. And
Yeah.
Juszczyk runs by himself every game, bro.
Because he draws it up for him.
There it
This
is.
shit
there,
is so clean.
we don't got to say nothing else about that.
It's
It
so
looks like
clean.
my last beer.
You guys are both getting text messages from me if Kyle Shanahan gets fired in like the next 48 months for being for the Trey
That-
Lance
that-
thing going.
But they did extend him. Hold on, they extended
So
him.
if I see a text from
They
you, I'm gonna be
extended
like,
him last year.
ignore.
Yeah.
If somebody listen, I won't respond to that text message, and it will say red too. Like, he read that shit. I'll be so mad.
I'm sending Debo. I swear to you, I'm sending Debo, bro. If the Texans
it was
or
his
the Jets
pappy.
give me their first round pick, let
No,
him.
I would make the trade too. Don't get me wrong. Debo's play style isn't conducive to long-term health. It's just
Fuck
not.
no.
So if I could get a first round, I'm getting a
agree
first
with
rounder.
you. I agree.
The way we use him, that shit's volatile, and then pair that with the fact that he never played full 16 until last year, and he only played 16 in a 17-game season. Oh shit! Hold on, that shit went deaf. Hold on, there he is. Okay, all right, we're back. So all right, so check this out. I'm trying to. Who did I get? I got high on Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. Really good. You have to take a hit. Take a hit at Ayuk. Ayuk.
Who was the number one receiver for? Was it Pierre Garçon the year that Shanahan and RG3 and right? Who was it Pierre?
Yeah, Garcia.
I can see Ayuk having a nice year for sure.
Yeah, and we brought in
Shanahan's.
We brought in Marquise Goodwin too.
That was the first year in Frisco with Goodwin.
Okay, so it was 2017. Yes, in 2017 we brought in Marquise Goodwin.
The boy from Florida.
What was his name?
What's the boy from Florida? He's the one that really killed when Jimmy went 5-0. It was a receiver from Florida that killed. It was Kendrick Bourne catching on the touchdown. Kendrick Bourne from Oregon or somewhere, bro.
Oh, you're right.
It was a receiver from Florida that he was
killing
in that 17 season when we got.
My God! Hey, Spencer, can you look this up? Can you look at the Niners 20? Because I can't. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm on the Pro Football Reference right now. Actually,
you always have
the Niners 2017. Yeah, that was the year. Was that the year Jimmy fucking with the?
Yeah, he came to New England with like 5 weeks left, and he went 5-0. 6-0.
Oh yeah, he started 5 games down the stretch. Yeah, that was when he
had a receiver that was catching tugs from him.
But it was a receiver from Florida.
Okay. Yeah, the top guys, their top receiver for y'all that year was Marquise Goodwin.
Yeah, I know. No, we understand that, but
okay. And Pierre Garçon, y'all had Garçon, y'all had Kendrick Bourne, y'all had not much. Louis Murphy.
Murphy.
That was it. Florida. That was it. Okay. He didn't do much.
He was killing, bro.
Okay.
How did you guys forget
at the very end? He must have caught on at the very end because
it was the last 5 games.
Let's see his little game. That was the end of him. He died permanently after that. He never played again.
Hey, we'll have fond memories of him.
Yeah, that was his last hurrah.
As legend has it.
Hey, let's blame
him. Go down there. He got talked about on the Fantasy Playmakers.
Fucking That's his legend.
Yep, and he did go to Florida. Guccini was right.
He went
to
Florida on my mother. On my mother.
There it is. Louis Murphy put on his Air Force Ones and stomped his way out of the league. Maybe he'll be in the USFL.
Yeah, you never know. Never know. But I tell you what, I'm ready to get high on somebody. Y'all ready for this?
Right.
I am so high on A-Rob the Mob Allen Robinson.
How high are you?
So high because he is going to get dipped in the fountain of youth, a.k.a. Los Angeles Rams, Sean McVay, Matt Stafford, all that. Getting with Cooper Kupp, going to take attention from him. Doesn't have to worry about being the number one. Can rock as the number 2, do his thing like OBJ did down the stretch last year. I mean, this dude still has some juice, as we've talked about on the show before. He did bad last year, but it was business decisions. He's not washed. He's still got some in him. And he's a guy that for this year, especially for redraft, he's getting a little up there. So for dynasty, he's not a true building block. But for redraft, he's somebody that I'm very comfortable with as my flex, and maybe even in the WR2 and deeper leagues, because in that system, Cooper Kupp's numbers are bound to go down. As much as we love Cooper Kupp, there's just no way he can repeat that. Defenses are going to double, triple team him. So someone else is going to have to step up, and that someone's going to be A-Rod the Mob, because Van Jefferson's too one-dimensional, and Odell Beckham even if he does resign, is going to be out half the year.
He's no match for the Mob.
Exactly. Yeah, the Mob's going to do it, y'all. And people, and it's funny, with the masses, like I feel like the masses are gonna sleep on him because they're gonna look at last year's stats and be like, oh, that dude, he's washed up. A-Rob, blah, he's terrible. But I don't think people realize just how shitty the fucking Bears were, man.
Yeah,
That was just
have you ever noticed how when he does the voice for like the masses? I love that voice. He's like,
oh yeah. Stay tuned for more of that on the fantasy.
Voice for the masses is funny.
Oh yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, they rile me up, bro. They rile me up because they do the same dumb shit every time. They pay for last year's production, bro. Just like I guarantee you, Debo, going back to Debo, even if Debo gets traded to somewhere really shitty, they're gonna still be drafting him in the second round because they're gonna be like, oh, Debo, he had 1,700 from scrimmage last year. They're not going to realize that, he's not going to be a running back this year. He's not going to do that this year. He's an obvious one to me. I mean, he's such a regression candidate, but and then Devonte Adams is another one I'd like to address. I feel like people are going to overreact to him going to the Raiders. They're going to be like, oh, he's not going to do good. Aaron Rodgers is a goat. He's not working with him anymore. Well, guess what? Him and Derek Carr have chemistry. They went to college. So,
when you speak the voices,
and you know what? I want to bring up one thing though, right? So as a Devonte Adams situation, before Cooper Kupp did his thing last year, Devonte Adams was the number one receiver off the board, 100%, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to get him in the fifth pick, 6th, 7th pick, right after all the running backs are gone, right?
Yeah.
So for him
probably
to go,
even later than that, he might go in the second.
So that's what I'm saying. That's my case. That's why I picked Devonte Adams.
And it's like he's a second rounder.
That's why I picked Devonte Adams
are panicking.
as how high I'm on him, because you're getting him in the second round, bro. He has chemistry with this guy already.
Yeah, exactly. Just out of curiosity, I'll do the dynasty startup tonight. Where is A-Rob the Mob typically going in these startups?
Like double digits, 11, 12.
Oh my! Oh, I'm even fucking higher on him. Then give me to him all day.
I want to bolster your point, Spencer, right now. Okay, so when you look at Matthew Stafford, his quarterback, every receiver who gets there has a career year. It happened with Golden Tate, had his best year with Stafford. Marvin Harrison had his best year. Calvin Johnson had the best year ever in the NFL. Even Nate Burleson of Good Morning Football fame had a really, really good year with him. And then last year, Cooper Kupp breaks the all-time record. Allen Robinson is definitely going to be a wide receiver too this year. I love this. Would have been my pick, and now I'm going to go way off the board when it's my turn.
Go ahead. Hey, rock with it now. Who do you got?
Oh, okay. So he's not a receiver, but the Chargers are going to use him as a receiver, and you're going to be able to play him at tight end, and that's Gerald Everett. Hey. I am high on Gerald Everett and the Chargers.
There you go.
I'm not mad at that, bro.
Yeah, he'll be an upgrade over Cook.
That's a hell of a chess piece, bro. He's a hell of a chess piece.
Our man Parham too. Parhamburger, bro. He went down on an ugly one last year. Y'all remember that?
Oh, yeah, he was like
he's going to be back. Though. I've seen some.
Yeah, but he'll be back. He'll be back for locker room morale.
Well, he's going to be a red zone target. Don't cripple him.
Will never clear him to play again, bro.
Yeah, that ball was like stuck like this.
Like, for the morale of the league, like for the morale of the NFL, no one should ever see Parham on the field again. Anyways, the reason I bring this up is because the guy who's very familiar with your man Gerald Everett, or G-Eazy as I like to call him, G-Eazy, he used to rock with Staley. You know what I mean? Staley they used to defend against him.
Oh, yeah, he's at the Rams, yeah.
So
forgot about that. Yeah, Bogey always hitting us with the backisms with the coach.
Yeah, so he respects him.
Yeah,
he had trouble defending this kid all the time.
They're gonna use him and plays out of the backfield on end around because he's still got some juice left there. He's not going to be an end of the line blocker, I think that we're going to see, I
Well,
hope
it's
we see the
Lombardi,
Chargers
it's
spread it
Lombardi,
out a little bit
what's his
more
name?
and use
Joe
him as the
Lombardi?
fourth wide receiver sometimes. He's going to be more in a Mike Gesicki role than he would be in like a traditional put your hand in the dirt.
Hold on. Which
tight end.
Lombardi
Yeah.
is this? Spencer, which Lombardi was it that was with the Saints?
It's the same. It's Joe Lombardi.
Same one, yeah, Joe Lombardi.
Joe Lombardi.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm with you. He be fucking with the end arounds on a tight end. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
gonna be. I think it's gonna be a really good move for him, and he's gonna get good volume from the best quarterback he's ever played with. He got 1 year with Russell, but Russell wasn't really right last year for most of the year.
Year
There was no
two.
comment.
I'm gonna say something right now. When I was in a startup at number 2 and having a lot of Josh Allen already in Dynasty and Superflex, I legit was like, I want to take Justin Herbert right here. And I was pussied out like a pussy, bro. Like juicy dude. I fucking pussied out this motherfucker because I was really thinking about for fantasy purposes, like if the Chargers are that cursed, it doesn't matter what they do. They literally have to have Joe Staley, who's only like 2 years removed from having the number 1 defense with the Rams. You know what I mean? Like he was that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like they're making conscious efforts to build that defense in his likeness again, right? But then I'm like, damn, with Joe Lombardi, he was the most pass attempts, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like Justin Herbert, the arrow's only going upper. You know what I mean? It's only going like that way more.
I agree.
It's like for fantasy, we fucking love that, especially with the curse being real. Like they're gonna have to throw it all
in that division, I was like, I know the Chargers are building the defense,
Yes.
but in that division, that might be the 4 of the top 5 in attempts.
So this is why I bring this up. You could have the number 1 receiver or the number 2 receiver or the number 1 to quote unquote tight end on the depth chart or Austin Eckler. It doesn't matter. The receptions and PPR is going to come because if this is going to be a passing ass fucking offense, especially if you're Brandon Staley, who used to be Jared Goff. He used to be with Jared Goff, and they had their number 1 defense because they needed that to compensate Jared Goff, right? So imagine if you could build that defense up and you have a passer like a Justin Herbert. You don't need to have
their defense is built up too, though, bro.
Yeah, it is.
They defense.
They have
built
Joey Bosa. They have fucking instead of Kaiser, they let Kaiser White go, but they have.
Well, they brought in Khalil Mack.
Yeah,
they brought in
returning
J.C.
of
Jackson. They
Khalil
brought in
Mack,
Joseph Day
Trey
and
Murray.
Andre Johnson on the D line. Like,
Facts.
It's
Their
crazy.
defense built up,
Yeah,
and they got the
Derwin
young
James,
Murray boy out of
Constance
Georgia.
Samuel
But
Jr.
Kenneth Murray. But they're still gonna throw a lot though. You know why? So they can play the
Because of
style
that
of defense they
division.
want to play. They're gonna
Yeah,
run
they're gonna
the
still have to
score
throw a
up.
lot.
They're gonna run the score up and send hella pass rush playing with a lead. That's their plan.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
Well,
they
don't
want to
even-
get a big enough of a lead so they can't charger it up.
Chargers. And
That-
that's a real fucking statement,
It's a real
too,
thing.
bro. Charger it
And
up.
you know what? If there's ever
Hey.
destiny, and we're seeing it, if there's ever destiny, it's the kid named Justin Herbert who proclaimed at the age of 9 or 8 or whatever it was, I'm finna be the Chargers quarterback, and here he is now. So
Yeah.
if he's the one to break the curse, it's him, bro. If anyone
Oh,
breaks
yeah.
the curse, it's him.
Right, yeah, kind of like with the Bengals. Like, if anyone's going to break that curse, it's Joe
He's the
Burrow.
Ohio kid.
Exactly. Yeah, that's amazing. Watch them end up matched up in the AFC Championship.
I can't wait for it.
That
I
could be
want
interesting.
Josh Allen, but
Yeah, I was saying,
Oh,
yeah,
the same to me.
the Stallion might have something to say about
Hey,
that.
Double T, what
What-
is Joe Burrow?
what do you mean? Like
What is he?
less than Herbert, or what? How do you
What
want me to
is
answer
he?
this? What is he?
He's a Sagittarius.
No.
Oh no, he can't be. That's a fake birth certificate so that he could play an
No.
extra year of Pop Warner. That ain't a real birthday.
No,
That's
bro.
You know
what it
his-
is.
He's a
All
real
of us
Sag.
that born
come
after
on.
September.
Listen, Burrow's
We
a
gotta wait an
Sag
extra
too. I mean,
year.
come on, Rodgers
Bro
is
is a Sagittarius through and through.
yeah, December 10th.
Come on.
God damn, him, Rodgers,
Shout,
and
hey,
Wilson.
shout
That's
out to the
unbelievable.
December Sages.
Yeah, Rodgers a December
Shout out to
10th.
them.
Where's Russ? Oh, he's in November.
I'm a November 30 Sag, so we're
Russ is right between Bogard and Tony. Russ is the 29th.
I'm December 18th, bro.
Yeah,
at the end of it.
But still, though, you are all of it, though. You know.
And the cold thing is, my daddy is the last day of the Sagittarius, 12/21. So me and my daddy ain't nothing but 3 days apart, bro.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty close to y'all. I'm in Aquarius in January, so I'm not too far away from y'all.
Yeah. But see, even on Man Huss, my son has the same birthday as us. They're Capricorns. And they're Jesus for real. You know what I mean?
Christmas birthday.
They're January 12th. They're in 12th
okay.
January. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, Huss, who you got for the receivers?
Man, we're right on the Chargers, and that's right on par with my pick because I'm extra high on Keenan Allen.
Yes.
And it's really because, Bogard said it a million times, you draft Keenan Allen, you're drafting 100 receptions.
100 receptions.
Oh, yeah, we talked about it on the Dynasty show. Yeah, he's one of the ones that wasn't over the hill.
Want to get down?
Yeah, because he's going to get those targets. He's getting double-digit targets. Either way, if anybody falls off, it's not going to be him because he's that possession receiver. The amount of routes that he runs, he's just never really going to fall off. Injury is the only thing that could take him off the field, and his injuries have been fluky, so I don't think he's injury prone, like some people might say.
There's been a there's been a little bit of talk about bringing him into the slot, possibly a little bit more often to get him some.
But that's already where he's been, bro.
No, but he runs a lot on the outside.
Yeah, well, with Josh Palmer emerging, now it makes sense and put him even more in the slot.
That's my Father's Day gift. I requested it already. I'm going to Josh Palmer.
It's more like a 60-40. He spends 60% in the slot, bro. But yes, that's almost half the time that he's in out wide. But Josh Palmer is, like you said, not only Josh Palmer, especially not Josh Palmer. Jalen Guyton last year changed that. Like, Jalen Guyton was permanent outside opposite of BMW.
And we brought in DeAndre Carter too, which was a nice little depth piece there. But
he's a return man.
Good special teamer. Yeah, and he caught some
return man.
But what I'm saying, if you go back, watch his Washington highlights.
Yeah, he was good. He was low key their number 2 a lot of last year whenever Curtis Samuel was hurt. So yeah, that was a good little addition there.
When everybody was dead, DeAndre Carter came through.
And then at some point we may need that.
Yeah, Samuel was dead more than he was alive. So DeAndre.
The Keenan Allen and his connection with Herbert is electric. So he stays healthy. It's been 5 seasons in a row of 1,000 yards and 100 catches, and the touchdowns are always going to be there. Herbert's going to be north of 35 for the next 15 years.
Hey, bro, Keenan Allen might have like 130 receptions easily. And he might have like 4 or 5 touchdowns. And that's fine because those are just cherry on the top. We're looking for the PPR. He might have like 1,100 yards. That's cool. Maybe 1,200 because we expect in a 17-week season that someone who already went over 5,000 is always going to threaten that at minimum. You know what I mean? That's why I'm talking about Justin Herbert. You know what I mean?
And Keenan's approaching some Charger records, which I think they'll try to make sure that he gets those. Like, obviously, if they're winning games and they're up and they're not chargering or whatever the hell you said before. But like, I do think
that's the real thing.
All right.
Like, some people will go on and they'll be like, "Oh, should we trade Keenan?" And fans will lose their mind. Like the idea of trading him. He's a big fixture. I think he's still number 1, even though Mike got a bag.
Pay him 20 M's. That's why. But he's already on the books, so no matter what, he's there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he's there for another 2 years. There is an out, but I think it would be really.
No, I'm talking about the 20 million this year. That's why there was like talk of trading him to get rid of that 20 M's. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's got an out in his contract next year where I think the dead cap is only like 2 million or it's less than 6. And so, but it would be a really they would have to draft Jameson Williams this year and then
Larry Fitzgerald
allow
went in the
fans to
When Larry Fitzgerald went over the age of 30, he was like 31 or 32. And mind you, Keenan Allen's not even that age.
Yeah, I could see Keenan Allen being a lot like Fitz.
But you know who it was though? It was Bruce Arians. Actually, he was like Keenan Allen's age at this time when Bruce Arians got there. Because Bruce Arians goes, you know what? We got this young kid, Michael Floyd. We're gonna put him out wide. We're gonna keep you because you're a savvy veteran, knows how to run inside routes.
They also had John Smokey Brown.
Yeah, exactly. He was a rookie in
John
2014.
Brown.
Hey, shout out to John Brown. I think he's a Sag too, if I remember correctly. Actually, don't quote me on that. But anyway, I look for us. Shout out to David Johnson. He was a Sag. We go hard, even if it's just 1 year. We did it. Let's go. Hey, listen. Here's the thing.
Everyone's a fucking Sag.
Listen, no, we're not. No, they're not.
Who's not a Sag?
No, they're not.
That's like the theme.
Not everyone.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not.
Well, there's greatness.
Good. We need diversity. We can't have everyone be a
There's
Sag.
greatness in every single one. I'm just happen to be a Sag, so I fucking highlight those ones as much as possible. You know what I mean?
You motherfucking right, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I need to get a gang of Aquariuses together. We have Aquarius.
Anyway, so they
Sag.
put Larry Fitz in they put him in the slot.
Right.
And
Yeah,
he-
that's what
and
they
he was
could
hella
exactly. They
productive
could do
in
that
fantasy.
with Keenan Allen.
For fantasy was hella productive. You know what I
Fantasy
mean?
gold, yeah,
PPR,
100-something receptions every year. Yeah,
Every year it was 100 receptions if you were drafting him, and that's Keenan Allen. I fucking love that take. Is that it? Did we all go?
Yeah.
Think so.
Oh, bro.
Yes, Tuck. Did you go on yours?
Yeah, I went with off the board. I went with Everett, Gerald Everett.
Oh yes. Oh,
yeah, because we said we weren't gonna do
Yeah,
tight
you
end.
totally did a Sagittarius thing.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay,
Yeah,
but
I'm glad he did it because we weren't gonna do tight ends. A good week. I'm glad we got at least one tight end mentioned, and yeah, I'm pretty high on Mr. Everett. So yeah.
Yeah, hey Tony, man, let them know where they can find you, bro.
Nuts and Bolts is a Charger show I do. It's fun. We talk a lot of shit, and people like to come on there and make fun of us because we're Charger fans. But it's all good. Warzone Sports Network on YouTube. Got stuff on there. We're doing a mock draft tomorrow, I believe, or possibly Friday. I don't know. I got to get my shit together. But one of these next 2 days, around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we will be doing a mock draft.
Yeah, you on with Joe Morley, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shout out to Joe, man.
Yeah, shout out to Joe.
Yeah, shout out to Big
I
Joe.
spoke
Man.
highly of your fucking Raiders today, Joe. I'm on them, bro. Fantasy relevant, dog.
Yeah, you be shitting on our Niners, bro. We spoke highly of the motherfucker, man.
100%. It's okay.
I always give shit to Joe.
Hey, matter of fact, Joe, I'm gonna catch you in Vegas this year when we play you motherfuckers, bro. Pull up. Baker's not too far from Vegas, bro.
Hey, listen, I'm finna be there, man.
100%, bro.
I'm going.
Did you guys? Did you see Joe went viral on a couple of those trash talking 49er videos?
Yeah.
Went for like 600K on YouTube, talking shit about about Nick Bosa and Jimmy G.
He rants. You know what's funny is that he would have done the same rant if nobody was watching.
Yeah, yes, I get it. I hear it all the time. Before the
bro.
show.
I got to know Joe good enough that's how he gets down. Like he's like, listen, man, I'm just gonna talk shit. I love that actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he does stir it up.
Well, to Joe because that's the on-screen isms. Because at the same time, as a man, I hella respect Joe, man. He's awesome, dude. I love what he's doing with the kids.
My motherfucking guy right there.
He'd be better if he wasn't a Raiders fan, but
right.
Yeah, we love him anyway.
Yeah, I mean he's okay for a Raiders fan. Yeah,
hey, the Raiders fans, Christmas came early to them motherfuckers though, bro.
Yeah, for
Right.
real. We did. Christmas did.
Christmas
Devonte Adams
came
bought the
early.
house. Let him know.
Christmas came early in March.
Let him know, right?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, sure did. Anyway, yeah, y'all can go find me at Spencer the Guru on all platforms. Hashtag Guru Nation. Repping that through and through. We're going to be bringing back Mock Draft Monday soon. Live on YouTube and Instagram. Y'all stay tuned for that. Also, y'all can check me out on bet.nola.com. Got a podcast dropping soon with my friend and coworker from there, Devin Jackson. Man, this dude, y'all. We got an episode dropping about scouting. We scouted all the prospects.
You gotta bring him on.
Yeah, he's awesome, man. Devin's great. I had him on for a podcast today. We recorded it. It's going to drop tomorrow. We talked about every position group from fucking quarterbacks to deep safeties, offense deep with the trenches, all of it. And he broke down everything amazingly. I mean, I know my shit would have to a degree, but this dude's a film junkie. He stays watching film he's a big college football fan, so he knew all these guys like the back of his hand. Yeah, we went damn near 2 hours with that, man. I learned so much from that. So y'all stay tuned, bro. Scouting, and then we're gonna have a mock draft coming up soon with a longtime scout, friend of mine, Pigskin Paul Guamet of the Great Blue North Draft Report. So we've got all kind of draft content coming up, y'all. Y'all go check it out. That's Spencer the Guru.
And Ben Donola.
Yep, and Betnola, yes sir. Yep. I'm gonna say my head was spinning today. There's so much going on, bro. You know.
I was like, don't forget about the Nola.
Exactly. It's been good, man. I had to kick back with the Playmakers, have a few drinks, and it's been
yeah. That's how we rock it, man.
Exactly.
Guccini, let them know.
Shout out to the motherfucking Playmakers. Shout out to the 420 crew. Shout out to the Warzone Network. Shout out to the motherfucking Guru Nation. You know what I mean? On everything. I appreciate y'all having me. You know what I mean? It's been a hell of an experience, a hell of a ride to be able to pull up every Wednesday.
Right.
And talk that bullshit. You know what I mean? A nigga passionate about this shit. You know what I mean? And, just shout out to everybody in the comments. Anthony Gonzalez, he over there talking about, man, I'll pull up on y'all in real life. You know, whether we put it in the air or we having a drink, you know what I mean? But y'all can find me at HEART, the number 2, START, Hard to Start Fantasy Podcast. Come next Thursday, the first round of the fucking NFL draft. We will be doing our first show on our platform. Tony was last year, you know what I mean? Bogard pulled up for a second on the motherfucking platform.
I'm going to pull up again, bro.
I'll pull up for when the Saints pick.
That's what I'm talking about. Look, there it is there, bro. Next Thursday will be our first show on our platform, you know what I mean? So, like I said, Hard to Start Fantasy Podcast.
First show this year, even, actually, because y'all rocking. I just want to
100%, bro. And then, you know what I mean? If you are in the state of California and you feel like coming up north, or you are in Northern California, you are more than welcome to pull up to the studio and get off your motherfucking bullshit live and direct. 100%, bro.
I'm gonna have to take you up on that,
bro. No lie.
Hell yeah, I mean, I'll pull up to the Hard to Start studio, have my Tito's in hand, or what's happening?
I'm gonna have a Tito's for you, bro.
Oh, what? Appreciate that, 100%. Brother.
And the Mountain Dew, dog.
Oh yeah, and the Mountain Dew.
and look, and the cool thing is, if I know you coming, Spencer, I'm gonna cook my gumbo for you, bro.
Ooh, let's get it, bro. Stir in the pot, baby.
No, that's no cap. You tell me you come into the studio.
A real Cajun.
My gumbo, bro. I need your stamp of approval.
Right. I'll be sure to let you know.
100%.
Hey, Hus. hey, before you close the thing out, Hus, let them know everything, bro, because there's a lot going on with the leagues, everything, bro. I mean, I don't even know where to start, what we need to let them know about.
We got so many things going on. You guys got to get into the VIP crew over at Patreon. That's where you're going to be able to reserve your seat in any one of these dynasty leagues. Probably got like 3 or 4 more that we're going to be doing, because everyone doesn't want to do one. They want to try to, put their hand in as many as they can, try to get this money. So, yeah, we got some draft coverage coming next week. I'm in Vegas, so I'm going to be at the draft. We're going to figure out how to get down there. So you're going to get the updates from us just a little bit quicker than you're going to get them on TV. Hell yeah.
So 7 is going to be out there too, bro. So you might want to try to tap in with 7. Y'all might be able to collab, bro.
Hus told me, when I told that to Hus goes, link me up with bruh.
Yeah.
So we
Seven
got
gonna be out there,
Evan's
bro.
awesome,
That's
bro.
epic.
Evan's awesome. Yeah, I'm sure some of y'all got invited.
Seven is out here in Sacramento with me, bro, but he gonna be out there
Yeah, he's gonna be out
in
there.
Vegas for the draft. So Huss.
Yeah, we
Thursday,
gotta
bro.
trying to link up.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because that is a must right there. That's like
Hey, shout out to Anthony Gonzalez, bro. He ain't nothing but 20 minutes away from me. That 209 to the 916. 209
man, shout out to
916, bro.
Stockton, bro.
Let's get it, bro.
I'm in San Jose, man. I got hella family in Stockton, bro. Stockton don't play, man. Don't go there.
They do not play, bro.
Don't go there, man. They don't play.
They don't play.
The only reason I go there is I got family there. Don't go there if you don't.
That's what I'm talking about, boy.
I'll tell you
Hey,
that,
we
bro.
running the state of California. We got the Bay.
Stockton
We got 2 in SoCal, and we got 1 in Northern California.
Stockton
Right?
finna shoot everybody. Don't go there unless you have
Hey.
this.
Hey, we
And I got
got
the
California
cell phone
on
locked.
this panel right now. All we need is Anthony to jump on stream.
There we go. And Curtis said that's crew blazing the fire. Love it. Hell yeah.
Let's
You
get
already
it, bro.
know. I'm about to man, I've been streaming so hard I can't even roll anything. I have so much weed right now. Best believe I'm getting high on 420. But
You should take your headphones off.
All right.
I have
Well,
the headphones on. I said,
God, his ass. Oh my
I'm looking
God.
myself.
Damn,
without-
Tony, you're wrong for that.
I'm looking at myself with no headphones.
Oh, bro.
Not
Well,
even
taking
the
handfuls of it.
Wait.
They don't have
Shout out
handfuls.
to Tom too. Yeah. Hey, Sacramento, bro. That's me, bro. On my mama. I'm
Metroman.
known for Sacramento in this motherfucking fantasy industry, bro.
there we go. And Song's in NorCal also. He said 916, 30 minutes away.
Hey, listen, and you know what's crazy is I'm about to live in the bougie area of the 916.
100%. Hey, but hey, that don't matter.
New
because
bougie,
you got
though.
access to the studio
Bougie.
in the hoodest of the hoodest.
Listen, I am all about new bougie, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna give you a key to the studio, bro.
Listen, bro, don't
I'm gonna give you a key, bro.
just tell me the rock that it's underneath outside
okay.
the door.
You already know, bro. Now my mama, man.
I'm about to be around the corner from you.
We
You know what
we
I'm saying?
putting on for this California shit in this
Let's go.
motherfucking in this fantasy industry. Tony,
Yeah,
ain't
yes,
nothing but
man.
a couple hours
Yeah, I'm
away.
gonna have to make
Us
that
ain't
trek
nothing
this
but a
summer,
couple
bro.
hours away.
Hey,
All we need is Spencer to come and take
I know,
that
right?
spot.
Yeah, get my plane ticket. I'll be there,
That's
man. Let me
all
know
we
when y'all
need.
all together. I'll fucking be there.
100%.
We need to make that happen.
Yeah, hey, Hus,
Yeah.
hey, you know what? Hey, can we do like a close us out and then we do like one of them 5-minute audio joints? The random shit?
Yep.
And then you're out, right?
Yep. Here we go.
Yeah, let's go.
We're out. Peace.
Hit him with the run pass option. I run shit or I shred from the pocket. I'm always shopping, I'm always copping, and always pray I'm falling like leaves an item. Hey, what could I say? I make plays every day. Catch me with a thick one, make her pay what she weigh. And then some. Welcome to my kingdom. Really in the field, never got my feet up. Go hard, push a hard line. Yeah. Been around, peep the archives, yeah. Off top, it's a long grind. You don't need to watch to see that it's our time, yeah. I'm counting chips, finna take the chip. You counterfeits, better pay attention. I'm about a chick, catch me in my bag. Sunday to Sunday, living that. We make plays every day, yeah. We make plays every day, yeah. We make plays every day, yeah. We make plays every day, yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. Man, that was a marathon. 420.
Oh, what?
420 marathon. I think Bogey ran upstairs or something. Maybe it was to make his pick finally.
Wait, I'll do it on them slow draft. Man, I'd be. Oh yeah, I can't wait, man, for dynasty season. Or like as far as like having the rookies in the pool too, like that's gonna really make it fun.
Yeah, because I don't like I mean, so the way that I do it, we draft kickers, and those are like your placeholders for the 2022 rookie draft. I don't like drafting the rookies before the NFL draft.
Yeah, that's why I was waiting to start mine up like after the draft. I was gonna do it before, but then I was talking with Bogey and I'm like, yeah, let's just push it back till after the draft so we can combine them.
Yeah, so for these
real high on Miles Sanders,
these real degenerates. So we have
no,
three.
I'm not.
We have three
There's not
drafts.
much to get high on there. That's not some good dope.
That was insane talk. I'm just playing.
No, but Spencer, these leagues are for real degenerates. So we have 3 separate drafts because we draft our draft picks. We do the derby draft. So that's one.
Okay.
And it's because we have the 3rd round reversal. So everyone has a different idea of where they want to draft. And then we do the veterans draft, and then we do the rookie draft. So 3 separate drafts in the offseason in year 1.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, but those already happened though, because once the draft happens, there won't be a need for that.
No, they won't.
Well, right. Then we're just gonna draft with everybody in there.
Yeah, for sure.
But only degenerates like us are drafting in February and March.
Right,
anyway.
yeah, y'all already started. Yeah, because y'all gonna inspire me there. I was gonna start it up in like right after the Super Bowl, but then I need to get all the rules finalized with the salary cap and all that. I'm still trying to decide on
the bylaws. The bylaws.
How many? Yeah, exactly. I gotta write all that shit up and be like a fucking lawyer writing all that shit out.
Hustle say, man, the bylaws are everything. So
exactly. Yeah, gotta lay down the ground
you
rules.
show the motherfuckers this is what it was from the beginning. Can't nobody argue it.
Exactly. And I'll run it by y'all since y'all be the original members. I'll run it by y'all before I finalize it in case there's anything that we might want to tweak or whatever. Because I mean, I know I'm not perfect. But, yeah, we'll make it happen. It's gonna be a great time.
Hey, you're going super flex, right?
Yeah, y'all push me. That's what I'm saying. Like I was gonna originally just make it.
You gotta do IDP. I mean, even if
the IDP, I've always had that in mind. I always wanted to do IDP. I was thinking though, I wanted it to be like real life NFL. That's why I was saying single QB. But I mean, super flex is probably gonna have to happen because let's just be real. As much as TD wants to speak it into existence, it can't draft offensive linemen.
No, well, and I mean, here's another thing too. We want it as close to real life as possible. In real life, there's 32 quarterbacks.
That's a great point. Yeah, because then in single QB, a lot of quarterbacks just are in the wasteland.
Yeah.
Yeah, and listen, man. I opened up the show talking about Davis Mills. I'm really high.
Exactly. Yeah, and single QB like Davis Mills, that's trash. No, he's relevant, very much relevant.
Well, because also too, our audience is a super flex audience.
Right. Yeah, we our audience are true degenerates. Yeah, I fuck.
Yes, because that shit is fly.
Single QB is about to be the way of the
innovative, which is why I don't want the dynasty to start off behind the 8 ball.
Here's the thing. I love and appreciate single QB, but it will always
same.
It'll be my novelty league now. Like, okay, I have this.
I hate it. I always hated single QB leagues because I feel like there's too much meat on the bone. But quarterback's my favorite position.
It's decision making.
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing: when you can narrow down your decision making and make it more strategy based. Because you could be in a 12-team single QB league, and there could be an asshole who has like 3 or 4 QBs. You know what I mean? For all we fucking know, right? Depending on how the benches are, right? And it's like he might have 4 of the top QBs, but it's on his dumbass to make sure he chooses the right guy every week.
Yeah.
So there's the argument on single QB, like, listen, you only need to have one guy and a backup, but I'm always gonna. But now let's go to the Superflex argument.
Well, here's one of my favorite type of leagues, and I know Bogey says he's gonna get into one this year. Maybe you'll want to get down on one, Spencer.
Oh, the triple
10-team league, 10-team league, but yeah, 2 QB plus Superflex. So,
damn, that's wild.
Like think about every league that you've ever been in.
Teams.
Only 10 teams, yeah. So I mean, everyone
decision making.
Exactly. Yeah.
You can't push off QB or you're not going to get your 3 because there's going to be someone who's going to get more than 3 for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're going to be, imagine this year, you're talking about, hey, bro, what you want from Marcus Mariota? You know what I mean?
No,
Yeah,
I mean, here's a trade that I made that's just out of control. Haskins, I picked him up because Fitzpatrick got hurt. I had the number 1 waiver, so I picked up Haskins in the very first week, and I turned Haskins and Gaskin into T.J. Hawkinson and Jonathan Taylor because if the dude didn't have a replacement for Fitzpatrick, and since he missed out on the QBs, I mean, he pretty much would have been throwing his season away only running with 2 QBs. You can't really compete.
Yeah, I mean, why do you for Haskins though? I mean, rest in peace to Haskins.
Because
I mean, like, why would you?
Because you got to remember, Heineke to start the year was the 3rd.
Yeah, or well, no, it was whoever came in. It was Heineke.
Oh, Heineke.
That's what it was, not Haskins.
Okay, I was about to say, Haskins didn't even start last year.
And it was when, Heineke wasn't the starter until week 2, and it was right before week 2 that I traded him. But those are the fun ones because even QB3s could get you an RB2 or a wide receiver 1.
Right. Yeah. Speaking of that, I traded Heineke in the super flex with Bogard that we started a couple years ago, that all-in league. And I was able to, because Heineke actually looked pretty good at first. He had a bad stretch run.
He was doing his thing.
Yeah, he was doing his thing. I was able to get the Stallion.
He had all the weapons.
Yeah, I traded.
They all started getting hurt.
Yeah, I traded Heineke and then our guy Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen. The guy really wanted Keenan Allen in this deal. He was my WR1. I almost didn't do it, but I was like, fuck it for the Stallion. I'm doing it. I traded Heineke and Keenan Allen for fucking the Stallion and Chase Claypool. And I know Claypool didn't pan out, but hell, it was worth it.
I remember when I called you when you made that that trade, and I was like, you fucking killed that trade.
Oh, what? Yeah, I had to. I mean, I know Chase Claypool.
You killed that shit.
But fuck
Bogey, who the hell are you going to pick in the dynasty? You want me to lock in your pick? You know who you're picking?
Look, I'm on the clock, damn it.
You didn't pick?
Hold on.
And the Flash is still there. I see his green dot ready to pick.
Hey, yo, fuck, make his ass wait.
I know. You just like making the Flash wait. I'm fucking with you.
Yeah, and the motherfucker likes to tell me to hurry up.
But
hey, he be telling me to hurry up too, bro.
Yeah, and we're gonna get we got to record our next Dynasty video, maybe tomorrow, and get it edited for the weekend or something. But we're talking just overall Dynasty startup strategy, and we're just gonna have a lot of different strategies that we like to employ. Because I mean,
give me Michael Gallup. Oh no, you know what? Hold on. Yeah, I need to fill that spot out. Give me Michael.
We're about to shut off the stream anyways. So
yeah,
put a bow on this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. Peace out, everybody.
I love the universe. Peace.